I mean, it's...
Did you charge it?
I did. Alright, looks like we're going. It's got 101 hours left of recording, it says. Where did the box go? Oh, it's right there. Okay, so... Do you want to pull up some non-verbal music? Now that I... Great song. Love it. However, you know, the setting is...
Not quite right.
What do you mean? I thought they played this.
At the tab, we have a bard just singing that in the battle.
I walk in the tavern and all of a sudden I hear My Chemical Romance. Gerard Way is there.
He's a drow.
I'm gonna start writing my own YN fanfiction.
Man, my next character, I want to be a Hadoozy.
Hadoozy?
Hadoozy?
Yeah.
What are those guys?
monkey?
Oh, the monkey
They're the
people.
Flying monkey.
Flying monkeys.
That's kind of fun. They don't fly.
Oh, they don't? They have wings.
No, those are,
Those are just robes.
yeah.
Oh, those are robes. I couldn't see that, yeah.
They're-
Couldn't see it very well from here. I'm blind.
They're kind of like flying squirrels.
Okay, so just real quick, so... Anita and Jacob, your characters have, like, met before, but you wouldn't consider yourself friends or hardly acquaintances,
He
correct?
threw something in the forest, he littered, and I yelled at him, and he was not about it, and then he started following me, and I told him to bug off, and so I turned into a bug, and I left with my life.
Aww.
And I've been tracking her ever since.
And now she's. And then I was thinking it'd be kind of fun if we were like, we met each other because it was chasing you. But then
Oh, no.
you said you. Sorry, sorry. You should read my.
Modern romance.
I'm just over here trying to save the forest, you
And
guys.
Weston and Glory, what about the two of you? Do you know anyone, or...?
I think I've seen her in
I'm
the
a
tavern
slayer.
here or there.
Yeah, I'm a performer, so
Okay,
they've probably seen me here and
okay. So let's go around and
Oh, it's your
have everyone just introduce their characters.
Okay.
Is there anyone that would like to start?
Would you be able to start Anita? Because I need to know your character's name for the journal entry.
It's right there, it's in orange.
Oh yeah, I don't know how I can see that. Oh, that's loud. That's long. Can
My name is Lytheria.
I just call you Life?
Sure. And I am a hippo person. I have purple hair with silver strands, and my eyes are like galaxies because I am blind. And I have a white fluff ball of a bird as my seeing eyes.
You used her in the one shot I did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I remember now.
So my turn.
Go for it.
My character's name is Maeve. She's a changeling bard. I guess she's like regular medium height. She looks like an average human female. Street performer, nothing too crazy.
Alright. Me, Coob. Coob been tracking Bear. Bear keep evading.
That's okay, go for it. I like the characterization.
Yeah, it's good.
Coob know how to write. Coob not know how to speak. Coob paladin. Coob have God. God like bow and arrow. Bow and arrow. Me symbol.
My name is Ravos Raven Shadow. I am a rogue, dabbled in some of the darker things, and if you would ask what my proficiency is or what my, I don't know, overall skill set is,
She's gonna say more than
how did you know? Actually, I take on long range targets. I can usually
Like
pick
woman.
Well, yeah, something like that. I can pick somebody off from about 600 feet away without breaking a sweat. I don't know what else you want to know about me. I'm a tiefling. That's where the pointy little horns come from, and I like stabbing things and shiny things.
Yeah, who doesn't?
All right. Well, each of you are all in your own respective areas, doing your own things. When each of you receive a letter that is addressed to you,
Coob can.
you open it up, and it reads the following: To whom it may concern, my dear esteemed friend, I realize lately we have fallen out of contact due to my expanding business procurements, an error I grieve most dearly. To make up for this, I have elected to host a dinner party with only my closest friends. This party will be filled with music, intrigue, and murder. Yes, a murder mystery to sharpen your skills and cause collaboration amongst the collective. On the eve of the equinox, we will meet at my private isle at my own expense to enjoy company and fun. I hope to see your bright and shining face there to greet me. Sincerely yours, Vlondril Farm. And Vlondril Farm is a friend of each of yours that you all have either known through passing or spent a significant amount of time with. He is a dark elf, mostly referred to as a drow. He is an artificer that is very full of himself and thinks himself to be very, for lack of a better term, all that in a bag of chips.
Never heard that before.
Really?
Never, yeah.
Wow.
The equinox approaches and you all arrive at the dock. Lithia? Letheria. Oh, I definitely didn't write that correctly.
That's okay.
I forgot the R. So, Letheria, you see, as you arrive, you see Ravos there as well, and you immediately recognize him.
Oh, what are you doing here?
Pointy horn man.
What the? Whoa! What is that?
Me, goblin. Me, Goob.
All right, little shiny angry man. All right, he pats him on the head gently. Can't sneak up on me like that. Sorry. Again, what are you doing here? Woods lady?
Stay out of my way. I'll be fine.
You two should kiss.
Who said that?
Man,
No one.
you can't just keep saying stuff like that.
That's her character. She's a bard.
Oh,
I know, that's...
Oh, sorry.
I'm assuming we're all... I'm just gonna...
We're all friends and you're the
I'm gonna say we're friends.
That's fair.
Even though we just met, I'm gonna say we're friends.
You see me sometimes.
Yeah.
You like her songs. Me like songs too. Music's pretty.
I'm not sure how to feel about you.
Keep an eye on that one for you.
Before too long, so it's roughly midday. Before too long, a ship pulls up and a man kind of hobbles out of it. Right, scraggly beard, wild hair. One eye is partially closed, as the other one is like wildly open. Right, and he he comes and says, "Right then, I suppose that all of you are here for the party then. Come on my boat, all of ya."
Well, boat time.
Alright, I get on, I guess.
Looks like this should be a good time. About how big a boat is this we're looking at?
Does the size of boat determine the amount of fun that we're going to have?
It depends.
It determines the amount of space that I can avoid.
He's wondering how far it is so he can shoot someone.
It's not quite a ship, but it is a large boat, you would say. It's got a sail and everything, and you're gonna sail off. You can see very far in the distance the island that you're heading to, but
So it's like a schooner.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I'll probably go out onto the bow of the ship and hang out on the front.
Okay. So do you all hop on the ship?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay. So you're all on the ship. The captain is getting ready, and you hear two voices from off the ship. Right? A woman saying, "Wait, you must wait. Hold on, wait." Right, and then a male voice, obviously a dwarf. "I keep your shirt on, ensure they're not leaving without us." Right, and if you look over the side, you would see a human woman. Hold on, make sure that I'm... Oh, no, no. Gosh dang it. This is why I need to take better notes.
Same.
There we go. Okay, yes. Sorry, yes. Human woman and a dwarf. Both of them climb onto the ship, and the dwarf says, "Right, so this is where we're going for the dinner party, as I'm assuming." And the captain assures them. He says, "You must be the other guests, I would assume." And they assure themselves that they are. He says, "Right then, well, I suppose we're all ready to go." So, a few last preparations, and you all head off. The captain introduces himself as Captain Wiggin. And he's just kind of the ferryman to and from the ship. Everyone doing okay? It's a relatively calm day, so there's no rough seas or anything.
Keep my guard up because I heard murder is involved.
You see, that's the part I'm excited for.
Yeah.
It's kind of the whole reason I came.
I'm sitting on the back of the ship like this, and my bird is on my shoulder, and its wings are going like this.
I walk over and start playing Wonderwall.
Yeah. I love
Right.
it.
I'm gonna wander over towards the. I'm
I
gonna
can say that on
slink
my lyre.
over towards
Can
the
you learn that? That'd be fun.
this woman and the dwarf. Are they standing kind of together, or where are they? And it's not a huge boat.
They're both kind of on opposite sides of the ship, on the short side of the ship. So they're on the starboard and the whatever the other one is.
Port.
Yeah, thank you. The starboard and the port of the ship. They definitely arrived together, but they don't seem to be like super great friends. It's just kind of what you're gathering.
Okay.
But what do you say?
I'll probably wander over to the dwarf first and say, so I assume you are friends of our dear friend Vlondril. How did you meet him? I don't. Before I get too far ahead of myself. What's your name? I didn't catch that, Sir Dwarf.
Right. Well, I'm Garmule. Garmule Holderhelk.
All right.
Well, and Vlondril and I, we go back a bit, you could say. Business partners back before he got as big and hearty as he is now. But some would say that we were quite good friends. We came up with different ideas together. He just came up with ideas a little bit faster than I did, I suppose. Decided he'd go off and do his own thing.
Fair enough. Interesting. That's well. I hope to get to know you a little bit better while we're on our
You can remove. There's
island
microwave
escape,
right there.
dinner, and
Okay.
murder and mystery and
There's
intrigue.
no
You seem like you're a pretty sharp feller. Obviously, you did well with Vlondril, so I seem like you're pretty sharp. So I'm intrigued to see how well we do in this mystery.
Right. Well, I'm also interested. I'm not familiar with any of
Oh crap! How do I
others. I'm curious. How did you and Vlondril meet each other?
Oh, we've run into cross path many times. Usually he hires me out for some business acquisitions. Usually that's kind of where I spend a lot of my time, or acquiring certain things. He sometimes has certain materials or items he's looking for in his inventions. So I've often gone out to find things for him and take care of problems. So that's kind of mostly my thing. Time to time he'll hire me out.
Right then. Well, I look forward to getting to know you more and some of your companions from the looks of it as well. Also,
Weston.
I'm gonna leave a pen.
Okay,
Sorry.
they're in the green bag.
This one here?
Yes.
There's 3 pencils right
Sorry.
here, dude.
It's gonna be really right in front of my journal.
Okay. Sorry. Sorry. Carrying on.
I was listening.
Well, is it? It's Garmil.
Garmule.
Garmule.
Garmu with a little carrot on top of the L.
Mule. Okay. I'll just note that. Garmule. Well, Garmule. Again, pleasure. I'm excited to get to know you a little bit better, probably, over this next little while. And farewell to you, friend of the moment.
Likewise.
No.
So tell me, where is everyone situated on the boat currently? So you're
I'm
at
on
the
back
back.
of the boat.
You were somewhere in the middle. The other lady was somewhere in the middle. What about you two?
I think I'll go sit next to Lytheria because I mean we know each other decently well, so a little bit, right?
And what about Koob?
Koob is probably gonna be wandering around the deck in awe of a ship because he's never really been on one.
Are you seasick?
Yeah, we're gonna have that. Yeah, he's seasick. He's
Just trying to. The captain sees you looking a little pale. I would say green, but the captain sees you looking a little pale. Comes up and kind of taps you on the shoulder and says, "Well, keep your wits about you there, mate. Just take nice deep breaths. Look out there on the horizon, and also keep your wits about you on the island themselves. You heard of the stories, haven't you?
no
Ah,
stories.
the stories. Yes. Well, they call it the monster of the Isle.
So, can I hear any of this from where I'm at?
I would assume that you're actually pretty close, because if you're on just the main deck of the ship, that's where Koob and the captain
Is it
are as well.
about the ship? Just kind of about the size of this?
Yeah, probably something like that. And he's
Okay.
not trying to be quiet about it at all.
Okay, so I'm gonna listen and pay attention.
So it's called the Monster of the Isle. A real nasty story. They say that you be there with your pals, with your mates, when suddenly the lights go out mysteriously, and suddenly you hear a quick gasp, the thud of a body. The lights come back on and your friend be dead. Not a trace of what could have done it. Nasty piece of business that is. So I warn ya to be careful while you're on the isle, because anything could happen there. And especially if the lights go out, you'll be ready for a fight.
I will.
Because whatever it is, it'll be ready for you.
Goodwill.
Right then, well, we'll be there in a few minutes. Everyone get ready.
So I'm a sage. I've studied, read lots of books, a lot of stuff. Does this ring any bells of any kind of creature that would sound familiar to this?
There are a
type?
large number. Well, go ahead and roll a history check. Let's just start with that.
So that's an 11 plus 5, so that's going to be a 16.
16. So there are a number of monsters, creatures that all have magical abilities that can cast darkness. Certain types of demons can do it. Other types of monstrosities. Some of them can be extremely quick. And you know yourself, just being a rogue, that there are a number of ways that you can extinguish light very quickly.
I know thaumaturgy and prestidigitation.
Exactly. So you know that even a creature doesn't have to necessarily even be the one to do it. A person could do it with enough speed and agility.
Cool.
So, but it is intriguing nonetheless.
Yeah, no, I'm very interested in what's happening here, and that has caught a lot of my attention. I do particularly fancy the sight of monsters in my studies.
So within a couple of minutes, you come out onto the beach of this isle that has a large hill, almost a mountain on it. Very dark stone, almost like a purplish red type of stone that is just this whole... It takes up most of the island in order to do that. There are some beautiful trees and a few fountains and such, but like I said, most of the island is taken up by this mountain. You see a person standing out there on the beach, hood up, hard to make out a face. But you dock, and the captain tells each of you to bugger off. Get off the boat.
Yep. I get off the boat, I guess.
Me too.
As you are exiting the boat, the hooded figure approaches you, and you start to recognize it as your friend Vlondril. Being a dark elf, he doesn't like being in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So, why he's wearing a hood. Right, and he says, "Oh, my esteemed friends, I do appreciate all of you coming, and this is quite a historic and memorable occasion. I am quite uncomfortable out here, but I do invite all of you to come into my home. Each of you has your own individual rooms. So I invite you to go and to find your living establishment for the evening. I will come around to each of you, and we will have our one-on-one interactions, and then we will begin the festivities. So, does anyone have any questions for me before we depart ways?"
No, sir.
Sounds good enough for me.
Wonderful. I do love when things work out. Now, I do have my butler here. Pardon me while I look up his name. I'm not a terrible host, I promise. Remington. I do have my butler here, Remington, and he is happy to assist you in any way that he can. I shall retire inside now. And just there in front of you, you see a Duragar. This is a dark dwarf. So he's got just pale white eyes, a light purple skin, white hair, big white beard, but he's in like a full suit and tie and everything. And right, well, I'm happy to take any belongings that any of you might have that need to be taken inside. I can also show all of you to your living establishments. Whatever you might need, feel free to ask.
Alright, well, Remington, you look like a good proper chap. Can you guide me to my room and my quarters?
Happily, sir.
I'd like that as well.
Me too.
I'm going to explore the island a little.
As you wish. Those of you wishing to be shown to your rooms, follow me. And he takes each of you. You actually come up to the dark purple mountain where there are some actual doors carved into the side, and you realize that this mountain is actually the house of Londril. So it expands very high up, as you can assume. Not sure about down, but it is a very, very large house. He takes you in. He takes you through all these different byways and hallways to get you to your rooms. But each of you comes to a room, and Remington says, each of you has your names carved on the doors. A personal touch from Sir Vlondril. He wanted to make sure that each of you felt comfortable. So, Rivals, you are right here. Maeve, you are just down the hall here. And Koob, you are just here, and I do hope that each of you finds it satisfactory. Should you need anything, need but call. And he turns away and walks swiftly.
Alright.
So, as you go into each of your rooms, you find the things that would make you most comfortable. Koob, I assume that's just kind of like
Everything.
skins and, like animal skins and such, and
Yeah.
Random clutter.
random clutter.
Random
Yeah.
clutter. Yep.
That sounds about right.
Gems.
So I am...
So you're wandering the island right
I'm
now.
wandering the island. So I wanted to walk along the beach shore and have my seeing eye bird see how far around the island it goes. Can I see the other end of the island?
You cannot, just because there is the huge mountain in it. you're seeing iBird. I don't know how far of a connection you have with it, but it could fly up and give you a rough estimation as to how big the island is.
Okay.
And if you were to do that, you would find that it's a couple square miles, the island itself. So it would take you a good couple of hours to walk the perimeter of it. You would estimate maybe 5 hours or so.
Okay. Cool. And then you said that there's some trees. Do they run along the mountainside, or are they just like kind of like random?
I would say they run. They're kind of just around the perimeter of the mountain itself. You have a couple dozen feet of beach side, and then the shrubbery and everything picks up, and so you have grass after that and trees and such. Overall, it's a pretty luscious mountain, or island, I should say.
Do I notice anything out of the ordinary?
Like, what would be out of
Like
the ordinary?
anything that shouldn't belong on an island?
Nothing that you would consider out of the ordinary. Like I said, there's a few fountains and such they're strewn about the island. They're not. They don't have like super intricate detail, but you assume that's probably just because he's mostly out here at night, and
You don't need them because it's
you
dark.
don't need it. But you
Okay.
do notice that like the fountains have a wonderful. I mean, think of like the most beautiful sounding fountain, and that's what they all sound like. So, being blind, you take great appreciation in that, and you assume that that's probably the main function of the fountains themselves, is to just create a nice, beautiful sound.
Okay.
Like a white noise, kind of?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I go to my room.
Okay. And I don't know what you would find in a room that would make you super happy, but that's what you find.
Space.
Just a big mud puddle.
Something that you can
I'm
actually
a book.
see.
I'm a
Shelf.
space kiddo. Like, I'm not
A
like...
TV.
You're from the circus. I
Yeah,
assume.
like anything. Like
Circus
Like,
animals.
There's like a clown in there.
No, I'm a...
Flying monkeys.
Only if Maeve follows you in.
Yeah, right.
It's true.
Cool.
All right. Well, after a few hours, everyone go ahead and roll me just a straight D20. No, don't add anything to it.
Giant D20. Yikes. That's a 6.
Got a 15?
12.
15.
You two roll again. They got 15.
19.
12?
Oh yeah, I also got a 12.
So it's gonna go Jake, Anita, Glory,
Cool.
Then cool.
and Weston.
Cool.
So that's just deciding what order Vlantro comes. So after a few hours, there's a knock at your door, and I assume that you answer it, but
Yeah.
you open it up and you see Vlantro, and he, my friend, I am most pleased to see you here. May I come in?
Sure, come in.
Thank you.
Welcome to your own home.
Yes, well, thank you. Rivals, I have to ask, how are things going? How are you?
Well, business has been booming and lots of things to find and people that want to find things. Occasionally taking out, a few
Scallywag.
complications. The normal stuff has been good. Money's been flowing. Just it's been good. It's been good. I haven't heard from you in a while, Vondril. How's things going with you?
Well, things for me are going quite nicely, I must say. That's all right. Don't worry about the broken chair. I promise I have more of them.
Don't worry about it. I'm not worried. I figure you do.
But I do have to thank you. The last thing that you found for me was quite helpful. You may have noticed, but what you helped me to procure was the final piece that I needed in order to, light my entire house. And that at that moment is when you realize that there aren't any candles or anything lit or torches. there's actually just kind of this metal rod that comes out of the thing, juts up, and then there's just a little flame on top of it. He says, now, what this is I have found a natural occurring gas underneath this island that I have tapped into, and I have put these pipes throughout all of my house in order to light everything. So everything is run off of this gas, and no need for candles or anything. And that was the final piece that I need in order to finish that project. So allow me to show you, right? And he shows you over on the wall, there's a little spigot dial type of a thing. He says, if you like it to be brighter in here, you just turn it this way, and you see as all the lights get brighter, and then you turn it this way, and everything gets dimmer, and so it was quite a remarkable thing, and I apologize that it's taken this long. I mean, 4 whole years in order for me to show this to you. But I hope that I am making up for that now.
Well, I'm grateful that that's been doing good for you. Those gnomish Venturis seem to do well for the flame, so I think that's pretty good.
Indeed they do. Right, well, I hope that... So, tonight I'm planning to... just to give you a few more information, right? Absolutely. We will be solving my murder. I am, yes, quite intrigued to see how the events of the evening go through as everyone solves my murder. But before we start, we'll be having dinner, and we will be enjoying some delicacies of the Underdark, where I and many of my staff members hail from. So, I hope that serves you well, and I look forward to seeing you at dinner.
I look forward to it then. In the meantime, may I have a look around the island? And
I would encourage it.
Excellent. Seems so nice. What was the other thing? Oh, yes. So the other thing that I was very intrigued by, was... Yeah, your crazy shipmaster dude.
Yes, Captain Wiggin. He is quite the specimen.
Yeah, I like him. He's good kind of folk. He was saying something about some beast or monster out here.
Yes, the monster of the isle, as people call it. I'll show you nothing of the sort is taking place here.
That's kind of disappointing. I was hoping for something to tussle with. But,
well, that is why I don't spend any of my energy trying to deny any of the allegations to the public. Because publicity of any type is publicity nonetheless.
Fair enough.
So many people talk about me and will procure my oddities and trinkets all the more so that they can boast as to its origins coming from the monster of the isle and such. But no, I assure you nothing of the sort is taking place. Everything is quite safe.
Excellent. Well, Vondrel, I appreciate your time. I know you got a few other people to help escort some of these other interesting folk around, but I would just ask one last question of you. Of the delicacies we're going to have, what would you say is going to be your favorite dish?
My favorite, there is a wonderful mushroom soup that my chef makes. It is quite delectable. I have let me double check the notes here. I have a gardener, Pelith, who is the most extraordinary mushroom gardener there is. I would recommend keeping your distance. He is an even odder specimen than Captain Wiggin is, but his way of handling a mushroom is to die for. And when it is paired with the skills of my chef, everything just falls into place. That is probably my most excited portion of tonight.
Excellent. Vondrel, I'm very excited to try.
You're taking on my accent.
Yes.
I'm really
I have a mimic syndrome too, where I accidentally start taking the DM's accent as well.
I am really, I'm just really excited to try that. That soup sounds fantastic, and I'm also really excited to
compared to mine.
See who
It looks like
takes you out.
Himself.
Yes, indeed, I do as well. Well, thank you so much, Rose. Please, like I said, I encourage you to explore the island. It is quite extraordinary.
Excellent. Now, have you ever been to the top of the rock?
Indeed, that is where my workshop resides.
Oh, excellent. That's probably private stuff. I won't mess around too much up there, but I just thought it'd be a good place for a good view.
Well, greatly appreciated. Yes, I do have a viewing area just next to my workshop.
Oh, excellent.
Remington can show you the way.
Excellent, perfect. I would appreciate that.
Of course.
All right. Well, I'll let you carry on for the rest of your duties for the evening.
Right then. And he promptly leaves.
I'm gonna wander out after he leaves. I'm gonna hang out for a few minutes, then I'm probably gonna go up and try to head towards the viewpoint.
Okay.
So that's where I'm
Perfect.
going to be meandering up towards.
Okay. So then you have a knock at your door, Lytheria.
Yes.
And there is the dark elf, your host for the night.
Yes.
Lytheria, I am tickled pink that you would have shown up here tonight. I know when we left off, things were a little unsavory between us. But I assure you that after our conversation, I've changed my ways, and that forest still stands to this day. So I promise you that everything is in tip-top shape and just fine.
Londra, what am I doing here?
I am trying to make amends for the wrongdoings that I have procured over my time on this earth. And one such is how we left off last time, over the dark woods, over in Hills Deep. I'd only pray that you can find it in yourself to forgive me.
Well, I'm not one to hold a grudge, but
Why would you hold a gut? That sounds disgusting.
I'm a
You don't
hippo.
do
I hold a lot of things. So what is the plan?
The plan for the evening, or
What is your plan?
my plan is that hopefully you can enjoy yourself tonight with different festivities and such, and if you decide that my wrongdoings are wrong enough for you to not forgive me, I understand, and you are welcome to head off on your way. But I assure you that only a few wooded areas have been destroyed since our last encounter. So
Only a few.
only a few, many less than what I used to do.
Okay. Well, it's a start.
A start it is. Well, just to let you know, the murder mystery will be my murder, and I hope that each of you can find who done it. And but before that starts, we will be having a dinner of all the delicacies that the Underdark has to offer for us. So this is going to be quite different from what I suppose that you're used to, from where you hear from, but should be interesting and delectable all the more.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your generosity and your hosting.
Yes. Well, I hope to see you at the dinner. And he lets himself out. Okay. So Maeve, you have a knock at your door.
Oh,
It's the butler. No, I'm kidding.
It was the butler!
Maeve, it is good to see you, my friend. How long has it been?
Oh, I don't even know.
I'm curious, what's the average lifespan of a changeling?
It's about the same as a human.
Okay.
Okay. You know, time flies. No
It
idea.
does. May I come in?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Well, thank you. You know, Maeve, I wanted to say that the last time that I saw you, you gave the most beautiful rendition of my most favorite song. So I just wanted to thank you for that. Bards are they are a breed that I wish that I could be. I'm merely a tinkerer, and I can do all these amazing things with objects and doodads and such, but the way that bards are able to work their way around a musical instrument, and you especially, amazes me.
Thank you.
Last time I saw you, you were taking on the look of a half orc. You've changed since then.
Just a little bit.
I assume that your changeling thing is just kind of out in the open, or is it secret?
Mostly, I think probably just to people I know better. So
Okay.
they probably don't know, but Lytheria probably knows.
Okay.
Vondrel.
Okay.
Laundry, yeah.
You just recognize your music.
Yeah.
My voice.
Yeah, because just like,
Well, you can change your voice too.
That's true.
can? Oh. He recognizes the music you're playing your instrument.
Where did
One
you change
minute
that
I'm
from?
playing heavy metal, the next minute I'm singing country songs.
What
The
book is
duality
the
of
changeling
mankind.
The duality of Maeve.
The duality of faith.
It's the monsters of the multiverse.
From? Okay.
Pull it up right now if you want to look at it.
No, you're good. I'm just curious. I just haven't used one before.
Yeah, I want to get that book as well.
I'm
I
getting
got-
stuck on the accent now.
Yeah, it's okay.
Right then. Well, Maeve, I just wanted to tell you about the goings on of tonight, and I won't bore you with
Oh,
the
I'm
same
intrigued.
information.
I heard there's murder happening.
Oh yes, murder indeed, murder there shall be, and perhaps you're the one who done it.
Oh.
But we'll have to find out, I suppose. So, yes, well, and again, he tells you what tonight's going to look like. And he asks if you have any questions.
You're dying? Like, your murder?
Oh yes, my murder.
Do you know who's done it?
I know who's done it, that's why I have to be the one who's dead. I wrote it.
Okay, that.
Wouldn't quite make sense if I didn't know who it was. How many people don't know their murderer?
I'd say a lot of
Everyone who's
people.
alive. Yeah.
You see, the last guy didn't know, so.
The last guy.
I won't go into too much detail. I feel like I'd be incriminating myself.
Would you now? Well,
I'm afraid my lawyer said I can't say anything, so.
Maeve, you are still just as mysterious as you were all those years ago. I do like that about you. Right, well then, I hope to see you at the dinner then. And he leaves. Koob? No knock, he just walks in.
I don't have a door, I just have a tent roll. And it just like, he rolls it out. Walks in.
These are the
It's
no
like a
bone.
pit. No, it's a, it's a pit in the floor that you have to.
He just, whoop.
Koob, my friend, it is good to see you.
Good to see you. Do.
I must say that your little tusks are just even wider than I remember them being.
Yes. Could grow a lot.
I do see that, yes indeed.
And he flexes. He's very small, but he's got a giant amount of biceps. His strength is 18.
Koob, I just want to thank you. That time when I was possessed by demons, you were able to help me to extinguish them. Listen, I'm trying to come up with something for
No,
everybody.
I know. You're doing great. That was out.
I love the fact that you have like this little goblin banishing demons out of this man.
You're an exorcist?
I'm a paladin.
Oh, that's right.
That's
So-
so funny.
Well, next time I get possessed.
Yeah, you have
we
to
know,
call the
we
goblin.
know who to
over.
call.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Right, well, so I just wanted to thank you. And it has been a long time since we have talked, some odd 10 years I think it was. You were a much different goblin then, I was a much different dark elf. But hopefully, you know, our friendship is still just as thriving as it was back then.
Friends, good.
Friends good indeed.
Don't find me over here.
He's just losing it.
Okay, so
Try
I get
not to
into
shout.
character, and then
No,
so
I
I'll
love it.
say something, and then like my consciousness is like, oh,
I love it.
keeps me from like to keep myself from swearing is quite intense when I do like a dwarf or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fair. I get that.
Anyway, he tells you about what's going to happen for the night and asks if you have any questions.
Meat.
Oh, I'm sure there will be meat. I'm not sure of everything that the cook is whipping up for us, but I assume there will be meat. There is meat to be had in the Underdark, and right. So yes, indeed, there will be meat. Right. Well, I do hope that you are enjoying yourself. The dinner is going to be starting here shortly, so I hope to see you there.
We see you. Table. Food.
Indeed. And he goes off. Okay, any questions so far?
I think,
I've
Got
wandered
myself.
my way up to
Yes,
the
up to the
viewpoint.
viewing area.
So I assume that I've been directed to a certain point. Up, like, oh, there's a stairs. Okay, this one goes this way to the viewpoint. And this one goes up to the workshop.
Mhm.
And then at that point, I'll dismiss the butler. I'll say, thank you, Remington. I think I can make my way up from here. I appreciate it.
Indeed, sir. And he turns around and heads back down the stairs.
And I'll make my way up towards the viewpoint till I get the. Or actually, I'm gonna go to the viewpoint first. And my first order of business is I'm gonna try and see if I can spot Vlondril anywhere.
So it is still daylight, so it's probably about 7 o'clock in the evening at this point. You look out on the island and you don't see anything. You don't see Vlondril. There is so on the viewpoint there's a door that leads inwards and there's a window next to it, and you can actually see right into Vlondril's workshop. You assume that he likes to come out onto the viewing area sometimes, and
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna kind of survey the island for a second and see if there's anything intriguing, of interest. If there's people wandering around, if there's any critters, just anything that might catch my attention. As I'm a rogue. I look for a way in, a way out, and I'm also a warlock and studied sage. So I'm looking for anything that has any magical relations or things like that. So anything just might stick out.
okay. So as you look around, there is, and it's hard to tell because you're a couple hundred feet up in the air, but you do see someone walking around out on kind of the island. They're kind of stooping a little bit, right? Kind of walking trunkily. But otherwise, they seem to be okay. You do kind of notice the rock again. It is an odd rock. I don't know. Have you ever been into the Underdark?
Probably for a couple collections. I probably not. I don't figure I've delved terribly deep into it, but I've been down there.
Okay, so you are kind
Do
of
you
familiar
know about
with
it
this
though?
rock.
Sorry.
You are kind of familiar with the rock that the mountain itself is made out of.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, it is not seen on the surface, but underground in the Underdark. So this is just a very rare occasion where the rock has actually jutted itself out of the ground, and this is where Vlondril has chosen to make his home.
Okay. Is there any way I can tell if it's like naturally or if it's been magically pulled from the surface?
You want to roll an Arcana check?
I do. That'll be a 16 plus 5, so that'll be a 21.
A 21?
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it's probably a natural occurrence. It's a giant rock in the ground, so it's, in some ways hard to tell, but there's nothing that strikes you as magical about it. You don't see any runes. You would assume that something this big would take kind of like totems right? So in order to channel that amount of energy, you would have to have something to split up the energy in equally. And you don't see any.
I didn't see any around
like
the
that.
island.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Cool.
So that's your assumption, but
Could they be underground?
could be.
Or they could have been removed after the rock had been summoned. But I didn't see anything that would have indicated that. So I'm going to do one more. I'm going to check and see if anyone's coming or around. Is it like a staircase that goes around the outside to the top, or is it like a staircase from inside that goes up to the viewpoint?
Second one.
Second? Okay. I'm going to peek down the stairs, see if I can hear anybody coming, or see if there's anybody around.
Okay. Perception check.
Oh, that's not great.
It's a really good
walk
first
up
one.
the stairs.
Yeah, that's a 7.
You don't hear anyone coming.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna go peek inside the workshop window as stealthily as I can.
Okay. The lights are currently turned off, so it is a little bit harder, but roll a perception check.
It's gonna be a 13 plus. That's gonna be a 15.
Okay. You look inside, you see projects that are in various states of completion. You see some that, there's a board with ideas that are drawn out on blueprints and such scattered along the wall. Just all these different types of things that he's doing. You see kind of near the window, you see some earrings, right, sitting there on the table. No idea what they're supposed to do, but you just see a couple pairs of earrings all there, all the same, but you don't see anything that looks like it would be necessarily nefarious or anything.
Okay. Yeah. Do I notice any objects that I've retrieved for him in this room?
You do not. You're assuming that everything that you have procured for him has been used already. Because it's been a while since he's reached out to you for any objects.
Okay. Is there any way I can focus on the earrings a little bit more? Can I tell like what they're made out of, or kind of what they look like they're made out of? If there's anything.
What spells do you have as a warlock? Because you might have the identify spell or something, and it might actually tell you.
I thought Jake was a rogue. Oh, is he a multi-class?
He's multi-class, yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
I do not have anything other than that.
Sucks for you.
I've got some interesting ones available to me if I really want to get spicy. You know what? Oh.
This is a family-friendly event, Jake.
Oh.
Yeah, keep it
Yeah,
together.
murder.
Sorry.
It's a family-friendly murder mystery.
Murder is family-friendly.
It's family.
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you don't have any spells, that's okay.
I do. I was just kind of looking at.
Sorry, I shouldn't say if you don't have any spells that are pertinent to this particular set of skills.
So, do I see any traps or alarms? Can I? I'm gonna check the door. Can I see if there's any traps or alarms on it?
Roll an investigation check.
I'll be a 16.
You don't find any on the door.
Is the door unlocked?
It is locked.
It's locked.
The moral conundrum of a rogue.
So,
Really? First night?
Should I go?
yeah. So I'm gonna make one more perception check. I'm just gonna alright, good. Is there anybody coming? I'm just going to do that one more time just because I'm overly cautious. I just want to check and see if there's anybody coming.
Okay.
And then...
Roll perception. Were you serious?
Maybe I should have been.
That's going to be a 6.
Yeah, no, that's the coast is clear, dude.
Sweet.
Saw, dude. Yeah.
So,
Saw, dude. You just hear that behind you. Saw, dude.
So, I'm going to cast Unseen Servant.
Okay.
And I'm going to have them pick up the jewelry, unlock the door, bring them to me, go back inside and relock the door, and then I'll dispel the spell.
Okay. Just make sure that I'm caught
Okay.
up on Unseen Servant.
So, it's a first level spell.
Unseen Servant. Spell creates invisible, mindless, shapeless medium force that performs simple tasks at your command until the spell ends. Springs into existence, unoccupied space, within 60 feet. Once on each of your turns, as bonus action, you can mentally command the servant to move up to 15 feet and interact with an object. The servant can perform simple tasks that a human servant could do, such as fetching things, cleaning, mending, folding clothes, lighting fires, serving food, and pouring wine. Once you give the command, the servant performs the task to the best of its ability until it completes the tasks. If you command the servant to perform a task, that it would move and the spell ends. Okay. Yep, so I could totally do that. And there's no. Okay, cool.
No repercussions.
So you cast this spell, and you can't even see it, right? But you just know because
it's
it's connection where it is. But you watch as. Do you just want those earrings, or?
I didn't see anything else that was terribly valuable or intriguing. So
you watch as these 6 earrings all lift off of the work table and float through the air as they go out of your sight behind the door, when suddenly you hear the click of the lock and the door swings open as these earrings are then presented to you floating in the air.
Pocket those.
The door then shuts and you hear the click again as the lock re-engages.
And I dismiss the Unseen Servant. And now I will...
Study them. Are you gonna see if there's anything about them?
I'm going to make my way back down to my quarters.
Okay.
Man, it's a good thing that this is D&D. Otherwise, you would be in.
Well, I mean, he could be in really big trouble in D&D.
That's true. Yeah.
Is there anything else anyone wants to do before dinner?
I'm gonna go up and take a look at the mountains and stuff.
Okay.
The island?
So are you going to the viewpoint?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
gonna go to the viewpoint.
Okay.
That could change some things.
But I left pretty much as soon as...
You rolled a 6 and a 7.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
So-
but
we're good.
Coop is stupid.
No, I'm not stupid. You're stupid. You have the 10 in wisdom.
Wisdom?
I have a 12.
Roll me
But I have
a
a
stealth
12
check.
and a
Stealth check with
What was it,
disadvantage
6
because I
and a
have
9?
That's 19.
17.
So, Koob, you... So this viewing point goes 360 around the mountain and everything. So as you come up the stairs, right, you see Ravos there at the thing as something falls right into his hand.
Can I tell it's shiny?
Can you tell what?
It's shiny.
Roll a perception check.
4.
4. Oh wait, plus.
Wait, is that a 4?
Yeah, it's a 4. Plus
Yeah.
wisdom, which would be
+1.
plus 2, so that would be a 6.
No,
No, yeah, I can't tell. It's
you got
shiny.
nothing from that.
Okay.
And you kind of just step off to the side as Ravels comes running past you and down the stairs.
Fast, man, fast.
But then you take the time to
Walk around.
walk around, and you see like it's truly a beautiful island. and it's at a very stark contrast to the darkness of the rock itself, that dark purple, maroon color. So I mean, like really, and even to Koob, this is actually quite beautiful. Mm-hmm. What was your question, Anita?
Do I hear any of this commotion going on? Like, if I'm wandering around, can I, like...
Shouldn't Jacob have, rolled perception to see if he saw me when I was running down the stairs?
That's what
I
his
already
other
did.
perception...
He did, and so he
You
did.
got a 19 sneak. I rolled a 6 and a 7.
On perception. Yeah, I was bad.
Up a 2 and a 7. That's not
Not
good.
good. Keep it together, Jeremy.
Cool.
All in.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna have a monkey kidney.
Sorry, I just really threw ourselves off.
So
Okay.
good.
Okay.
So good.
So you're meandering the halls.
Yeah, so I'm just walking through the halls, like looking at everything, and do I hear the running down the stairs,
I wouldn't.
just
I'm
like-
not like sprinting, but I'm like.
or just
I'm
any,
moving.
like,
I'm
He's
quite.
swift
moving.
I'm
Speed walking.
I'm hurriedly moving down the stairs,
He's power walking.
but I'm like obviously I've done something. So I'm a rogue, so I'm gonna try and steal my nerves before I come across anybody. So I'm like, quick, get out of there. Okay. All right. I'm cool.
You're weird.
Like butter.
So Rattles does pass you in the hallway.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if there's any interaction there, or if you just let him pass.
What did you do?
Maybe nasty look.
But
Well, okay, roll an insight check.
Yes.
I just always ask everybody.
And
That.
you should do intimidation as
You're
well.
suspicious of
I
everyone.
rolled a 5. Let's see, what else do I got? I'm
Do
rolling
you want
it.
to roll just a straight charisma check?
Yeah.
sure.
What am I
happily.
looking for?
Okay, but here's the thing. Is it just straight charisma?
Yeah.
What was
so
I looking for?
So you're doing an inside.
Insight.
Which will be wisdom. Oh, that's a +4.
My passive wisdom is 14. So my
I guess I can look here.
insight is +4, so it's a 9.
And that's a 6.
Oh yeah, you know something's up. 100%. You know something's up.
You should intimidate him.
What did you do?
What did I do?
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah, you.
Kate, have you seen that creepy little goblin running around? Okay, that kid makes me nervous, alright?
Look, I know you're always up to something, so what did you do?
What did I... Do you think that it's weird that we're all here for this murder mystery, and we haven't heard from him in how many years?
Oh.
Right?
So,
He just
So
visited
what?
your room.
What was I doing?
yeah.
I was up around looking around trying to figure out what's going on. I was up there looking around the island. I saw some drunk dude walking down the beach, but
That was like,
I don't know. There's something's not right here. I have an uneasy feeling. I don't get favors from a lot of my financial patrons. The people that hire me. Something's not right here.
Financial patrons. That's suspicious.
Yeah.
He's a prostitute.
I wasn't gonna say it.
We all were thinking
We're all
it.
thinking it.
Yeah.
I just...
What kind of relationship do you have with this guy?
It's a transactional relationship.
Just
That's all.
pops out.
I
What kind of relationship do you have? Like, everyone just come
You're
out
his-
of woodwork here.
You're his sugar baby. His kid, his Discord kid.
Oh, sorry.
You're saying that I'm
Stuff on.
that. You're saying. First off, where did you come from? Second off,
She's always with me, don't worry.
You just hear me in the distance. Oh my gosh, you're a sugar baby.
it just comes from outside.
he's like,
It's just so it comes from
no. Okay, maybe. He pays me well. That's all that matters.
Okay, look.
Hey, $20 is $20, dude.
I agree something is not right. Him and I did not get off on great terms last time that we left.
Thanks.
So I'm trying to figure out what's going on too. But There's something going on with you that's separate from the rest of this.
From the rest of this.
Yeah, and you're deflecting. So can we
Okay, so
get to the point?
do you want to get into my daddy issues? Is that what we have here?
Who never had a daddy?
Actually. Where did you come from?
He just walks down the stairs behind you.
What are parents?
Who came from outside?
Okay, Coop. What's up with that chick? Points in the direction of Maeve.
I'm not here.
She does pretty music.
I'm not even gonna ask. Alright.
How do you know that?
I see you at at tavern.
Yeah, he just slinks in sometimes.
How would you not notice this angry little short man?
He's not angry. Does he seem angry to you?
No, Goop happy. Goop get meat.
Listen, I don't pay attention to anyone under 5 foot.
You know, actually, that's a fair principle. I probably should start living my life more like that. It would keep me out of a lot of trouble.
No, it'll be in more trouble probably.
Short
You
people
get robbed
are
quicker.
That's so
Gnomes.
funny. No.
If I didn't owe that money to the gnomes.
Okay, look.
Schmappy look.
I get you got stuff going on, and because there's people around, I'm not gonna get into it. But if you do anything and jeopardize this trip, I will break your knees.
Oh, but please do get into it. I would like to.
My daddy's a demon. Pokes the tip of my horns. Ding, ding. Does that answer your questions?
Those are large
That's
tusks.
pretty obvious. You said you have daddy issues.
Ding ding. All right, glad we've gone over that.
That's
Why are you here?
Has head tusks.
This man, you were a druid. You speak for the trees. Okay. Homeboy.
Strokes my mustache.
Grab your.
I'm caught up now. Okay.
When you're done arguing, you grab your little tail and fly up into the sky.
Yeah, I'm thinking to myself, when I say describe your character, usually a mustache on a female usually comes up.
Yep.
Sorry.
You're good. I'm caught up now.
So, you like trees and nature and stuff, right?
Trees
That's
good
kind of
place
your
to
thing.
hide.
Your aesthetic, at least, is telling me that. Why are you friends with Fondril? How does that work? Because, as far as I know, at least from my limited experience with him, he's not very friendly towards nature. Which is fine. I really don't care as long as I get paid. But you know how he tends to gather resources from forests. I know one or two of them I've had to delve into on a few things have been protected by a couple druidic circles. So, I mean, if for some reason he's friendly with you, cool. But there seems to be a clash of interests here, and I don't see why you would be friends with such a fellow here, as he has invited us as friends.
You know, we all have complicated backgrounds, and I tend to keep mine to myself.
Okay. I'm not even going to ask about how you ended up on this plane of existence. I don't even care. You can keep your things to yourself. I'm going to keep walking. I still need to figure out what's going on with that lady. I talked to the dwarf. He seems makes sense. It kind of lines out. I need to go talk to the other chick that came in, because I am not familiar with
Why
her
are you
either.
playing investigator?
I thought this was a murder mystery.
Because,
Yeah, but it hasn't started yet.
first off, if you assume that it hasn't started yet, you're already behind the game. Second off, I'd like to have all my information first and try to get a bead on all of the interesting characters around.
So
I don't
that
even
you
know.
can steal things?
I'm not getting paid to steal anything here.
No, it's all for the fun
But
of
he
it.
gets paid when he sells it.
Who? The person that's going to pay thee the most for stuff is the man's house I'm standing in. All right, he pays me good money. He pays me good money to go take things.
You've
obtain
never
things
sold
for-
someone their own stuff before? Like, that's a pretty level 1 scam.
Okay, yeah, I obviously that's a scam. I don't do dirty scams. All right, I have a code.
I look at Lytheria suspiciously, like.
Roll a deception check. Jacob, roll a deception check. Because we all know that you.
That's gonna be a 17 plus. There's my deception. That's gonna be it's gonna be a dirty 20.
Mm.
So I guess you kind of believe him. Like, all right, maybe he is a little too refined for those pretty basic
I
cons.
wouldn't say refined, but
I adhere to some moral code. Okay,
We just don't know what it is yet.
doesn't matter. All you need to know, but that's not the point. Okay, so, all right. All I'm saying is, Vondrel has done good by me in the past. He's paid me well for obtaining objects for him and for his experiments and inventions. He's paid me well for that. He's paid me off to keep people from taking him out and to make sure things are taken care of.
bird flies really, really close to his face while he's going off. on his little tangent.
You get stared down by a bird now.
Can I kind of try and brush the bird off?
I'm like, look, I don't need to know what Vondrel has done for you. I get it. You're deflecting. You're walking away. I'm gonna peace out. I'll see you at dinner. And I walk away.
All right.
You're gonna see him.
I'll see you at dinner. You know, she walks away. I'll see.
Just air quotes it. Love it. All right. Anything else anyone wants to do?
Little angry, not angry. Little shiny goblin. You have anything else you need to do? Or am I good to
I'm
go?
trying to find a magic item because I don't have one yet. I forgot to get
I think at this point we'll just kind of move without him.
Good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get yourself like the like a +1 shield or something. Or I guess you
Hey,
use
can I
two-handed. You
Can
get
I
a +1
gauntlets of
greatsword.
overpower?
What was that?
Can I get
Gauntlets.
gauntlets of overpower?
What does that do?
Makes you strength
Um,
19 while wearing them.
That's probably not a rare item.
It's uncommon. Well, 25 is uncommon. So,
I guess they want unless it, like he's already got a +4 strength.
Like it's not gonna bump his strength up.
it will.
His modifier
it
at all.
That's
Because
right.
it would make it. Oh yeah, it wouldn't bump it up at all.
That's
You're right.
true. Okay.
Yeah, you totally have it.
Hey, Jake. Will you give me my little blanket?
Oh wait, how about these ones? The gloves of swimming and climbing. When wearing these gloves, swimming and climbing doesn't cost you extra movement. You
Either
gain a +5 bonus to athletics. Strength athletics checks made to climb.
Yeah, if you want that, you can do it. Like I said, you could also do like a +1 greatsword and do extra damage with your sword if you want,
You have a great axe, so
or +1 great axe. Like you can +1 on anything.
true.
So up to you if you want to do the climbing one.
I am a dwarf. When I'm a dwarf, I
So yeah, so either one works.
Okay.
All right.
I'll probably just do the. I'll just do the +1 great axe. Probably a good idea.
I think at some point I'd love to shapeshift into Coob and harass
Cool.
Ravos.
Well, will you be able to change your size though?
She can shrink all the way. She can look exactly like you,
Yeah.
and the armor will match.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So I'll turn it into Coob and I'll go run around his room in the middle of the night.
She'll just not traumatize. She will interrogate you about your daddy issues.
Listen, I'm just here for the vibes and the drama.
The drama. All right. To dinner.
Yes,
I guess so, to dinner.
To dinner.
Dinner.
Sending us an attachment.
All right. So you all come into this big, grand dining room where there is this huge table. Each of you have a seat at it, and shortly thereafter, you're joined by the other party guests and by your host, Vlandril. And he, in his big and grand way, welcomes all of you to dinner, and he tells about how he's excited, right? Kind of the same thing that you've all heard already. Before too long, the chef comes in, and she is this very big and heavy-set drow as well. So she is also from the Underdark. She first comes out and says, "Right, tonight we're going to be having the soup. This mushroom soup is requested by His Lordship Longil.
I'm just excited about the soup.
I think he's a soup man.
It's a soup man. Can't trust a soup man. Right. So anyway, these are homegrown here within the walls of the confine, and it's pretty good. So I suppose we'll and she just kind of starts serving the soup to everyone. And you look at it.
When she gets to me, she puts it in, and I don't grab her wrist, but I put my hand on her, and I lean up, and I'm like, what type of mushroom is in this?
Trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Reaches in the pocket, pulls out a little special mushroom, is like, try this when you got some time.
What kind of mushroom are you hoping for?
I just want to know what type it is. Is
Where
it
it's from.
poisonous? Is it magical? Is
Psychedelic.
it psychedelic? Is it what are the properties in this mushroom? What makes it so
If you're a
special?
Jew, do you have something that can detect poison and stuff like that?
She does have that available to her, or you could taste it and say, this tastes like this kind of mushroom.
So but she does tell you that it is she says this particular type of mushroom is to be honest, it is poisonous before cooked. But I have the skills in order to remove this particular one has a poisonous sac in it. So I'm able to remove the sac, and then any other excrements that might be on it are cooked off during the process that I make the soup. So I assure you that it is the most safest mushroom soup you ever will have.
Me over there halfway through the bowl of soup already.
And it's an awesome soup. Vlandril's as big and verbose as he is with his words, his words couldn't do this justice. It is that good. Do you want to insight check her?
Yeah, sure.
I've seen heaven. Those point
You're seeing heaven. You're whoa.
What is insight plus?
Insight
Wisdom.
is yes. Thank you. Based off wisdom.
So you get a +4 to whatever you rolled.
Okay, so 18 plus 4.
Are you proficient with insight? Do you have a dot next, or I guess it'll have your on your.
I'm not sure. I don't use D&D beyond enough.
Inside, I don't have a bubble.
Either.
Okay, so it's +4. So it's what?
18 plus 4.
She seems to be telling the truth.
Okay. Okay.
But the fact that she says that it is poisonous, you're like, okay then. Do you want to nature check the mushrooms themselves?
Sure.
Did I overhear that
The
conversation?
Oh yeah, she's a very, very loud person.
Okay, so I'm like, when she said poisonous, and I was like, and she's like, but I cooked it all. I was like, alright.
Okay, I got an 18.
Okay, so you actually do recognize this one. This one is from
is
the
over there,
Underdark, but
He's
just
eating all the meat. He's
kind of in your studies as a
he's like
druid, right? You
eating the
kind
hand-
of travel
hand
and
stuff,
study
like-
different things. So you do know this one is a poisonous one. You didn't happen to know that it is safe to, or you didn't know about the sack, but you have heard of some people cooking it and cooking out the poison
Okay.
and such.
Similar to pufferfish.
Yes.
Like that. Have you seen that video of the pufferfish eating the carrot?
What?
That's cool. That's cool right there.
That video!
Yeah,
Oh.
it's fun.
That's the
I'll
sounds
show you
Coob is making.
later.
That's my book.
He's gripping upon the
Oh,
drumstick.
I think I've had enough of this guy.
All good? Okay.
I think
Yeah,
you
so
need
you
more.
all eat the soup, and it is actually a phenomenal soup. Like you were, looking at it, it's an odd gray color.
Try the
That
green
is-
stuff.
It's
It's
what?
delicious.
Oh, the gray. Yeah, it's so it's this very off-putting gray color, but the smell is phenomenal, and it tastes even better. You all finish that, and the cook comes out, and she says, "And for the main course, we have a nice delicacy of meat. I know that some of the guests were wondering about it, and for tonight, the meat of choice, being sparse in the Underdark, we have ourselves a nice giant spider up for right, and
Nice.
through the door is wheeled this huge spider. It's actually quite small in terms of giant spiders, but obviously still
Spider. It's
Yeah.
where
It's a
spiders
giant
go.
spider.
yeah, it's a giant spider, right? 3 feet long and all that stuff, right? And one of her assistants wheels it out in front of her, and you can see that it's still steaming and such, right? And she pulls out this huge cleaver and just starts hacking at it.
Oh, hand a leg over here.
Oh yeah, you want the leg, right? And she kind of actually tosses it.
Can I see if I can catch that?
Roll
Maybe-
acrobatics.
I'll roll a dexterity because I'm going to be over next to him.
That'll be a 17.
17.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I was going to roll an acrobat. Well, sorry. I was going to say. I'm going to be sitting next to him, so I want to see if I can roll. If, like.
You want to try and take the leg from me before I get it?
No, I just want to avoid it because it's a big leg.
Well, I can't. Do I catch it?
Yes, you can.
You catch it?
Okay,
Okay,
so-
never mind. Then I'm good.
Right,
I was worried about
and
getting
crack
hit.
that open.
you crack it open and you start going into it. And you notice that your host Vlandril is a little.
Late?
He's gone a little pale at the sight of the spider. And he doesn't seem thrilled that that's what's on the menu tonight. But the cook keeps just kind of hacking away at it. Everyone gets their own leg, right? Because that works out. Yeah, that works
Yeah.
out. I love this. And then also gets everyone a big portion of the
body.
backside. Yeah.
That
Right, which has this weird gummy consistency.
Gross. I
It's
don't
not
eat it.
necessarily.
Sounds
It's not
poisonous.
necessarily meaty or anything.
This sounds poisonous. I think
It's a
Underdark spiders are even more poisonous than regular spiders.
That's okay.
Just the things.
Just the fangs.
Um,
Aren't the venom sacs? Are they up there?
She's cleaned and prepped the spider before she's
Yeah.
cooked it.
Okay.
She's very
Call me
meticulous.
suspicious when I'm at a murder mystery dinner.
I wonder
So-
why.
And you see that Vlandril kind of pokes at the spider a couple of times, and just kind of sits there and waits for the next course, right? And you go through the rest of the meal, right? And there's just all these different portions. There's one where it's just steamed mushrooms, another one where it's a moss salad of types, and everything else. And it's overall a pretty good spread that was given to you. Anyone want to do anything, or like there are the other guests there as well?
That's what I was going to ask. So, where so we have a table laid out. How are we positioned? Obviously, he's
I'm
sitting.
next to
He's
you.
sitting next to me. Where's the woman I haven't talked to yet?
So,
Well, we could use gummy bears as the. I do that. It's a really good idea,
No,
actually.
I'm
Or do
saying
not
it's
lick
not.
them all.
You can't tell me what to do.
There you go. It's yours. Green. Red is yours.
The
Take green.
green one.
Oh, wait, actually, so I should be green because I'm a goblin. Chick, do you want clear or yellow? Clear or yellow? 'Cause I
I'll
should be
take the
green because
clear.
I'm a goblin.
Do we have enough colors
Oh, yeah, you went okay.
for everybody?
Yes.
Oh, I have.
So Vlandril is sitting
Well, this
at the
is
head
yellow.
of the table. So it's
Jake, this one's yellow. That one's clear. So we do. Well, I got a yellow one for Anita.
Okay.
So it's a big oval table. Vlondrel is sitting at the head of it.
Oh yes.
What are
Those
those?
Kirby's?
Those are
The
hippos.
elephants.
Oh.
Oh, that's right.
Shannon bought like a couple hundred of them for Nick's birthday, and I just put them. I stuck them around everywhere.
Here, I'll take
Oh,
a
I thought they
gray
were
one.
actual gummies. I
Oh,
don't
we
want
need
to
to
eat
figure out
I
what
should
our-
have brought my babies.
You should
Yeah,
have.
Shannon hasn't told us what
Yeah.
our characters are yet.
Your
You're all
mom was
hippos.
telling me about that, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, she has a lot of.
You're all hippos.
Is that a hippo? It looks like
That's an
elephant.
elephant.
No, it's an
That's
elephant.
elephant. Sorry, I
So we have
heard
gummy bears and elephants. Those are the different colors. I'll be the
I'll be
white
blue.
Where's the trash?
Closest thing to green.
Over here, on this side.
or whatever. So
No, these are resin cats.
this back. You're
let's
the
just do
green.
this.
Weston's the green gummy bear.
I'm the green gummy bear.
So that's the table.
It's not that oblong. It's fine.
That's fine. So,
Um,
I assume I'm sitting closer to.
Yeah, to
yes, you're
Oh,
sitting
okay.
close to the head of the table because you had the thing thrown at you. So one end of the. So I guess this is the end where the chef is. This end is where Vlondrel is.
Let's make Vlondrel the.
So
Do you want
just
to be the
this-
pink
just so I don't
elephant
want
glory?
the- I
or-
just don't want this to touch.
So there's four of us. Why don't we be the elephants, and then we'll have gummy bears be the other
people?
people.
The
That's
people.
good.
So I assume you're over
Yeah,
here.
she's next to me.
Yes.
And we've got two other. So this is Vlondrel will be the red gummy bear.
That was fine.
You're not because you're a red tiefling.
I am a
Mr.
like
White tiefling, apparently.
I'm pretty pale, but I've got a couple like
Oh, okay.
tattoos on and stuff. So and then we've got the dwarf, the human, and
The chef?
The chef will
yeah.
be.
'Cause she's just presenting over at that end of the table.
So we're the dwarf and the human.
I guess they'll probably be just from how you guys have situated yourselves. They'll just be opposite of each other like that.
Just lay him down. Or not.
They squished
I'm
pretty
gonna
well.
take a picture of this,
Oh,
actually.
it fell.
Oh.
Oh, they all fell.
The Counselor Brothers.
This is what it looks like when I hang out with my friend.
That one's just.
Elephants and-
sit on your face
Yes.
like that.
Squish it
Yeah,
down.
you see, actually, it's
I
a
did.
new
It's
trend.
falling.
Gloria and friends, this is how they hang out.
The dwarf is just knocked out with ale.
Me too.
So anyway, so how things going, guys? So I mean, like, can you believe that history test yesterday?
Pretty much.
I mean, I just imagine a bunch of teenage girls just all sitting in a circle like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's our monthly sacrifice.
The person in the middle has to give those
You know,
them your
that's-
food.
That's average backstage activities
It really
in
is.
choir. When I was in choir the other year, when we were backstage and bored, we just decided to sacrifice someone. So like we're all there like spinning around while they're out, like some of the other people are outside singing their songs, and we're just there in the back like spinning around this one person. Sacrifice. And I think because we were doing Music Man on the choir, and we started singing one of the Music Man songs.
Nice.
I don't know, that was like my favorite memory. Other than we did karaoke and someone chose tequila for the song. The teacher got so mad because
Ms.
it was so
Walker?
annoying to her. Yeah, Miss Walker.
Yeah,
was
she's
like
kind of crazy about this.
after like the second or third
She
tequila or
absolutely
something,
hates
she's like
Stacy's mom.
absolutely not.
She absolutely hates Stacy's mom.
What
Like,
did Stacy's mom do to her?
I don't know, but she's got it going on.
no, she just gets so ticked off. when kids are singing.
Anyways.
So we're at the table. There's eating foods.
Vlondrel is pale and white.
Just with the spider. Everything else he's fine with, but just the spider itself seemed to kind of set him.
Into a mood.
Yeah.
Do I recall in any of my interactions with him ever hearing about him having issues with spiders?
No, nothing that you can recall.
It's probably 'cause
But
of
it's not
me,
like spiders
honestly.
come up very often in common conversation.
Can I do a wisdom check? Not wisdom check. Was it insight? Do you remember what demon I cast out of Philandril? Not Philandril, what's his name?
It
Bondril.
would be
Blondril.
history.
You can
Yeah,
go
history.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. That is a 9 plus 1, so that's a 10.
So you've cast out a lot of demons in your time,
Mm-hmm.
or and fought them, right? That's just kind of like your call as a paladin is just to fight overall evil,
Mhm.
and it's difficult to keep them all straight. So you try racking your brain. Quick hand.
Hey, what are you?
I was gonna say, if you need to, I have the
Hey,
books down here you could borrow.
Yeah, you.
Stay still, Waddy.
See here real quick. And when we say that you cast out a demon, it's more of there are certain types of demons that can more take hold of people and such. So it wasn't necessarily that he was possessed, albeit, but
Can I do a religion check to see if I can remember which demons are related to the Underdark?
There's not any.
There's
there's not
There's
any.
none?
No,
The closest thing to a demon in the Underdark is a mind flayer.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
which is closer to an alien than it is a demon.
Yeah, it's way closer
Yep.
to an alien than a demon. Well, it's closer to
Your
Cthulhu,
cousin,
technically.
Yep. Those are my friends. We walk through the stars with them.
But eat people's brains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, overall you can't remember.
Try to remember if brains were the tastiest part of the human body. I don't know.
I think
saw
I heard
this
that
thing
somewhere.
where they're like, oh, this part is cannibals say it's the tastiest part of the human body.
It's because they want to increase their intelligence or their intelligence.
Now I have to
If
look-
you're going by Dungeons and More Dungeons.
what?
I'm looking this up now.
You could put on a watch list if you're typing that into your phone.
I don't care.
Listen, I've searched up weirder things.
It's just it just reminds me of the scene in Gravity Falls. It's just like, are you gonna send us on a quest because we're the smartest players you've ever met? You are the smartest players I've ever met. So that's why I'm going to eat your brains to gain your intelligence. Which is pretty much, I think, how the cannibals think. But
Okay. So, yeah. So it's good eatings.
So, around the time that you have the spider, you notice that the woman guest is she's also not like super pleased with a spider being on her plate for her to eat. So she tries to spark up conversation. So I must say that I am not familiar with any of you. Valandra, you and I go way back, so you and I are just fine. But everyone else, tell me about yourself. I am, of course, I am Avery Oakenheart. Like I said, Valandra and I go way back. But I don't know, what is there? I like, I suppose, long walks on the beach.
she's a joke person.
I must say, Valandra, your beach is way too short. I've told you this many times. Your beach is too short, and you need to lengthen that beach so I can have a longer walk on it. But
Why don't you walk around the perimeter?
well, I like long walk, but not like that long. So we just need to meet in the middle, Valandra. That's all we need to do.
I can understand that.
But enough about me. Tell me. You're a hippo. That's kind of cool and interesting. Can I call you a hippo? Is that offensive? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be offensive. But tell what's it like being a hippo? I should stop saying hippo. Valandra, hit me when I say hippo. I'm sorry. Just tell us about yourself.
She's technically a GIF.
YouTube. History.
So I can call you a hippo then.
No.
Oh,
My name is Lytheria.
it's a big word.
It's my name.
I mean, it's still a big word.
Your name is 4 letters. Is it Maeve, is it?
5 letters.
Did you have to?
M-A-E-V. Oh, wait, no. I thought there was another letter in there.
All right.
Forgive me.
Avery, is it?
Yes, Avery.
So you go way back with Londrel. That's awesome. Where are you from? Like, obviously we know you like long walks on the beach. I mean, who doesn't? Except for people that don't like sand.
What's the worst crime you've committed?
That's a. Okay, let's start
Adultery.
there.
She just.
All right, that's just my other next question.
She says, well, I mean, I guess I come from the Sword Coast. That's why I like beaches so much. I'm right there on that line. But I mean, what about you? I mean, you're I'm not gonna. You're got horns.
Horny man.
Moving right along.
How inappropriate would it be for me to tie up the small green guy?
Very.
Okay.
Not if he bites your hands off first.
You don't catch You can't catch Coop alive, and he runs off.
Just stop it there the second. Okay, well that solves one issue. I'm a tiefling. Yeah, my dad's a big, terrible, scary devil. Cool. All right, moving on.
Is he single?
I don't know how to answer that question. You might have to talk to him yourself.
That means you can get a hold of him.
Does he have a number?
Which is more than Bibles can say.
No!
That's a daddy issue. But Avery looks to you, Maeve, and she says, and you, I must just say, are just absolutely gorgeous. Your hair, so slick and sleek, and it's just gorgeous. How do you get it so pretty?
Bathe in the blood of the innocents every new moon. See, what she doesn't know is I've been sarcastic this entire time.
Yeah, she doesn't get sarcasm at all. So she just kind of pushes her plate forward, and well then. And she's just kind of giving up on the conversation.
Well, I mean, I can give you a recipe if you want.
I think I'm all right.
Please just like change your hair color. I'll actually like.
No. Did you see if it's a new moon tonight?
Oh, yeah. I look out the window and I'm like,
It's
No.
the equinox?
It's the equinox, so it's is it what equinox?
It's the fall
equinox.
Yeah.
So usually there's a full moon around that time.
It's
Not a
weird.
new moon, but a full moon. Depends on the calendar though. It don't matter. It's up to you, DM.
I would say probably not.
okay.
Probably not the new moon.
Well,
Still funny though.
So the lab.
You know what? Just because I'm curious where you're going to go with it, yeah, it is a new moon. I'll go back on my ruling. It is a new moon. What do you do with that information?
Probably make my hair longer.
Was it just like shoulder length before and now suddenly it's just draping on the ground?
Suddenly I'm Rapunzel, yeah.
actually,
Red, by the way. What color is your hair?
I think right now, like,
I was
reddish
thinking, like,
brown.
red. Yeah.
Auburn.
I just like my hair would grow long enough, and then I'd be like, here, feel it.
'Cause where are you at?
Jesus.
Oh, nice. So you just suddenly throw it at her. Right, she's up from the chair and is now cowering behind Valandril, just frantic, screaming. She just, and it takes Valandril a solid like 2 minutes to get her to calm down and stop screaming.
She loves me.
I'm over here. I'm watching this go down. I am laughing, almost falling out of my chair because I'm laughing so hard.
Although, but you guys don't know that I'm The changeling.
No, but I'm watching her
But you
freak
still
out.
think it's hilarious. Okay.
I'm just sitting
You
over
probably
here.
didn't notice her hair
You're
go long.
like
You just saw her.
disappointed.
Well, because like obviously like I can't see, but like my bird can, and so like my bird is sitting on the shoulder, like looking at everyone, but like I'm just like staring off at nothing. And
At
like,
him.
I'm like, getting like, why are you staring at me? But you don't know that you're doing
yeah.
that.
And then like she does that, and all you hear is a.
Pretty much.
Right, and the dwarf is, I mean, just busting up. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. He says, "Oh, I like this one. It's great." He's like, "So tell me, lass, what is it that you tend to do? All right, I mean, besides throwing hair at people, which must say, nice touch."
Yeah, that trick took a little while to, I'm mostly just like traveling performer. I play whatever you want. You have a song you want me to play, I'll play it.
Throw a coin to your witcher.
Yeah.
Do you know any songs by Elvish Priestley?
Elvis
That cleric bard?
Priestley.
Elvish
Yeah.
Priestley?
I might know a few, yeah.
Oh, what's that one
What
about
about Michael
him?
Dragon?
There's that one about him in the dungeon crawling, and he gets that tripwire. He's caught in a trap. Maybe
I don't know.
that's all right.
Well, I'll figure it out
Oh,
later.
was it the one where he's tripping for you?
Oh,
Is that the one that you're talking about?
yeah.
I love that one. That's a great one.
Great one.
Oh, tripping for you. I mean, that's such a
You
classic.
need to practice your
So good.
Listen,
your guitar when you get home.
I don't listen to Elvish.
Elvis
Presley.
Elvish Priestley.
I'm a bit more hardcore. I say as I pull out my banjo.
That's what you have?
So you like gnomish music?
Just wait. Just wait. It gets better.
Listen, if you can shred on it.
The only shredding I do is with cheese, so I'm actually very interested as to know what.
I'll make sure to not go downwind of you.
I try to clean myself fairly well.
Do you believe that? Like,
He's a tiefling.
Oh.
The sweat, hey, just because it smells like brimstone when I'm sweating.
well,
And charcoal.
couldn't be any worse than Coob. Bless his soul.
Wherever he is.
Yeah.
Under the table. Like non or like a chicken bone.
Oh God, watch your ankles.
So where is Coop right now? That's a good point. You
He's
ran
gonna-
away.
He's gonna go check out the kitchen.
Okay.
Oh, good job.
He ate all the food and he's actually eating their food as well. They just haven't noticed because they've been busy
He's just
talking.
No, Maeve has noticed. She just doesn't care.
She just doesn't care.
So wait, so you're in the kitchen eating the food that is yet to come out, is that what I'm catching? Or is there just like a hand that like pops up and just grabs
No,
stuff off the
yeah,
table?
like that, and then
Yes.
and then
It was
he
like
goes
that, and then
into the
I'm
kitchen.
heading to the kitchen right now.
Every time his hand comes up and I see it, I smack it.
Yeah, he stole, what's the lady's name?
Avery?
Avery.
Avery-
He
I stole
stole
the plate.
Avery's food while she
He's
was
taking
working
the
out.
spider away.
He's just a little.
Yeah. Pretty much.
All right, well that happened. I guess I should probably do this. Avery has no idea this is happening, nor does she probably care. But the other,
The door.
the dwarf and Delandro both do notice it and are just not gonna poke that bear. Okay, so anything else anyone wants to ask anyone? I think Avery is pretty well out of the map. She's just kind of quietly sobbing now behind Delandro's chair.
So how
No,
far
I'm
how far
satisfied.
left do we have in our dinner before we
Start the event.
At this point, I'm just like, so. I don't know if there's more food coming around. Doesn't matter to me. I could eat more. Whatever. I'm interested. When are we starting this murder mystery thing, Londrell? I am excited. I want to get my brain juices flowing. Like,
You're ready for him to die? Is that what you're saying?
well, I wasn't gonna put it that way, but
If you don't think it's already started, you're already behind the game.
Yeah.
Oh, burn!
Very well
well
done.
quoted. Excellent.
Yeah,
Very,
yes.
very well done.
I would. You're great memory. That'll do you well on this.
You hear Avery pipe up. Well, elephants are real. Oh. She just starts sobbing again. Sorry, go ahead.
So, right, on that note, Vlondril, got anything for us?
Well, yes, indeed. I do suppose that this is probably a good time in order to continue on with our festivities. So, as you all are aware, we are here for a murder mystery. Sometime tonight, my time will come, as we all do. I will, as some say, kick the bucket, go towards the light. I will have an experience with my maker. I will die. And it will be all of your job in order to find out which one of you has done it. There are clues hidden throughout the mansion. But you know what? First, before we go, I want to show y'all something. My latest invention that I'm most proud of, and I believe that it is going to be quite spectacular. So, if y'all will follow me, I will show you to the kitchen where it actually is. And perhaps we'll find the small one along the way, or else...
I am literally in the kitchen.
I assume this kitchen has, like, saloon style, like, the
Oh yeah, that's what I was picturing too.
I love it.
100%.
Just imagine him, like, falling out with like a armful of food getting chased by the chef.
You see him running out with like a couple of baguettes. Oh yeah, bloody! I almost swore again.
Bloody
Like a bloody thing, get off of here, right? And she's chasing him with a wooden spoon. Well, right on time, I suppose. Here he is. Coop, if you don't mind, we will actually retire to the same place you just came. And the chef is like, oh, not on your life. I assure you, he will be much more behaved this time.
I just like rest my hand on his shoulder, but like with like that the tight grip. The like,
Don't do
it's
that.
it looks friendly, but it's like you're not going anywhere.
You're not going anywhere.
Right then. So, on we go. And he leads you through, right? And again, the saloon doors, all of you come in. And he says, and here it is, right? And sitting on this, he references to just a metal box sitting on the countertop. He says, isn't it magnificent? It is something to behold. Right, none of you know what it is. So, before I tell you its name, I have a story for you. Now, I am a lover of bread in all shapes and forms.
That's fair.
I love its nice texture, its airiness to it. It's just a gorgeous thing. And there are times where I go out on long strolls outside in the wee hours of the night, and I take my bread with me. Every so often, I tend to set it down, and this was during the winter time. I set it down in the winter time of night. I left it, and in the morning I had realized the error of my ways. And I would go out to find my bread frozen solid. I was distraught. I'll tell you, I was something else. So I brought it in here, and I placed it into my oven, hoping to defrost it a bit, to help to warm it after its time out in the elements. And I got busy on tinkering object, bless you. And I realized that I had lost track of time. And my and my bread had been sitting in the oven for so long, I realized that it must be burnt. It could only be such. When I came back to it, it had not been burnt. Some might call it as such, but it was not indeed. What it was, the term that I'm calling it is toasted. It was nice and brown, and I decided that I would try it out. When I put my butter on it like I always do, I realized how much it melted into it, making a nice glaze on top, and it was just glorious. So I decided that I would come up with this machine. This machine, you take your bread and you pull on this handle here, you place your bread inside like such, close the door, and you push this button here on the side, and pretty soon you have this nice toasted bread. And I've decided to call this contraption a bread box.
Not a toaster, like it toasts things?
Well, no, I'm just... Think about it, right? When someone comes up to the machine and they say, what is it? You say it's a bread box. And they say, oh, I know what to do with this then. Right? They take their bread, they put it inside of the box, and they push the button. And then they get their toasted bread out of it.
He's a genius. You're hearing this man right now.
Okay, so it goes in bread, but it comes back out toast. Does that mean that it's...
No, it comes out toasted.
There's a
You're
difference.
shortening something that's not meant to be shortened.
Oh.
It's toasted bread. This is the name of it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm lost how that works, but that sounds delicious.
Yes, well, let's all try it. And he grabs a couple pieces of bread and throws it in there and toasts it, butters it, and hands it to each of you. And
I'm
you try
allergic.
it. You're allergic
Sorry.
to
She's a
bread?
celiac.
Yes.
Like in real life
In real
and
life.
also in...
Oh, sorry.
I'll take it.
I
Or
could
no.
toast a piece of spider for you, I suppose.
No. I don't do me spider.
Right. Right, well, anyway, so, revolutionary, right? Absolutely, just, I mean, it's one of my greatest achievements.
Wonderful.
Besides the wonderfulness of the lighting system that I have created here as well. And right at that moment, the lights go out. 100%. And you hear Valandrel scream. A moment later, the lights come back up and he's gone.
It's happened again.
Ha!
Wait, do I have dark vision?
Can I see if any of the bread has been taken?
Roll perception.
Immediately,
15
you just
plus
you see Coop
one,
rush
so-
over to the box and like checking inside it.
Yep, that's 15 plus 2, so that's
Wasn't-
17.
Wasn't he just
16? They're actually
wasn't
a
he
couple
just
pieces missing.
standing
Okay.
there? Did
Don't you have dark vision?
was it not magical darkness? Is it just regular darkness?
There's just regular darkness.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I
The
had
lights
dark
just
vision
went
then.
out.
Actually, I had dark
Okay, who
vision.
all has dark vision?
That's what I was trying to find.
You?
No, if I have.
You as a changeling?
I don't think so.
I don't think I
You're
do.
a
How would I
fae, but I don't
find
think you have dark
that?
vision.
No, I've got for
She doesn't have
my
vision.
cantrip. I chose light, so I can.
But the lights have come back on. since-
Yeah, so it wouldn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no idea what happened. I'm just here for the ride, honestly.
Yeah, I have dark vision.
That's what I thought. I have no idea about GIF.
I don't know either.
They don't. It's right here. Here, Jeremy. Behold, a book.
A book.
They do not.
Goblins have dark vision?
Yeah, they do. Goblinoids. Or technically goblins. I don't know if it's all goblinoids, but goblins do. I mean, they live in the caves, so how else would they see around? But
Torches.
yeah, but I mean, they'd have to start on the land to go into the caves. Oh, I guess I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, but they do have dark vision.
So, gifts don't, changelings don't, goblins and
Yeah, okay. So those of you with dark vision then, you watched as the lights went out. No, hold on. Let me do
Now,
this.
I guess here's a question, Jeremy. With dark vision, is it we just can see in darkness, or is it our eyes have to adjust like a normal person's would?
I assume that it's, I mean, imagine that you're going from bright light to dim
It would just
light.
turn into black and white.
Yeah, it would turn into black and white, and there probably it would probably take a few seconds for your eyes to adjust to the long distance. But he was like right in front of you,
Oh. Okay.
so you would see what I'm texting you right now.
Okay.
Oh. On the group chat or just separately?
I'm just gonna text him, and he's gonna show.
I'll
it to
show you.
Okay, sounds good. That's simpler than sending it to
Me
people.
and Anita can just sit here.
They're just eating bread.
Yeah. Well, she can't.
Or toast.
And now we can choose to share this with them, but you got to remember, one of us is the murderer, and the point is we're trying to put it all together.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Jeremy's sending that. I'm going to pee really quick while he's sending that.
You say.
I didn't get anything. Was Jake sending it to me or?
I sent it to Jake, and he was gonna show it to you, but I think I have your number, don't I?
You sure?
Probably.
On Messenger at least.
Yeah, that's true. Just let me
You
dig
can
out.
just go to the group chat and then message me directly. Okay, I have you right here.
Yeah.
That's the one flaw about having the bathroom right there.
I don't even want to know. This is what happened to him.
Okay.
That's how he
I
died.
don't understand the new humor.
The what new humor?
This.
Mm.
Of course, they drew over it with game characters, but
Oh.
I like the original one because it's just this guy standing there holding a snowball, and then his friends behind him about to dunk
Dunk
another
a giant thing of snowball on him. It's the photo
Oh.
captured right before it. Apparently, the actual story behind that is that's in Egypt, where they haven't had snow for 100 years. This is the first time they have. This dude's just gonna smash someone over the head with it.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I totally feel that.
Except you can't throw snowballs in school anymore.
It's lame.
No,
When have you
that's
ever
probably
been able
because
to?
of
I
Bo.
wasn't allowed to when I was a kid.
That was probably Bo, because they were throwing it at the cars.
Yeah. I don't know. It's because some kid threw a snowball that had ice in it at another kid, and it injured that kid pretty badly. So.
Okay.
But yeah, there were, at one point in junior high, we're walking back to the school from the seminary building, and these guys were throwing snowballs at the cars that were passing by. And they hit this guy's passenger window on the car, and he got out and started, yelling at them. And, everyone else was just like, yeah, we're leaving. No one really liked them. They did that, every day.
Mm-hmm.
So they got in trouble for it. The next time, our teacher was just like, okay, so I can't let you guys out early anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh. Here's Virgil.
You wouldn't think for everyone.
I thought me and this
So when
guy
the
were
lights
dating.
come back up,
Alright, got
Weird.
that.
got
Avery,
it. Send it to
yeah,
me,
I
so.
sent it to him. Avery goes nuts again, just screaming and crying and just absolutely frantic.
Avery.
Sorry, I'm just.
I love that.
I gotta get back into
Yeah.
character.
No, you're good. Chill out.
Are you doing that as a command word? Is that...
Well, she doesn't know what happened because the lights went out, but she can't see.
It doesn't matter what happened.
She sees that she's freaking out.
Yeah.
Right
That's
now,
true, yeah.
they don't know that we saw anything either. So just right now, she's freaking out. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
The dwarf,
Does the dwarf have night vision?
he does,
does.
yeah.
Okay.
Garmule says, well, I suppose that means that we're ready to start then.
All right, who did it?
Well,
Well,
I
is it
hate
you?
to ruin the surprise, really. But it wasn't me.
Good.
Goop on ground. Goop can't touch that man. He too high up and blocked by people.
Coop, where's the rest of the toast?
It was there, but now it's gone. I look at my stomach and it's still just as flat as ever.
Here's stomach still growling.
That guy's like a black hole.
Except he's green.
It's a
A
green
garbage
hole.
disposal, that's what it is.
Bless you.
So he did say something about clues and such. I'm assuming that none of us know who done it, even if we ourselves did it. We wouldn't know it, so we got to find the clues that point us to the murderer, I suppose.
I suppose.
I'm gonna look at the ground, kind of around the tables, the spot where he was.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
It's gonna be a 7 plus 2, 9.
I'm gonna look in the toaster box, in the bread box.
Oh, I was gonna do that.
We really think alike, apparently. 19 plus a 2, that would be an unnatural 22. Or 21.
Okay. You open it up and it is still warm from when it was being used. But in the back you see a little rock.
How hot is it?
It's not too hot that you can't
Pick it up and pull
take it out. So
Okay,
you probably
I'll take it
set
out.
it down on the table.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like an ordinary rock when you're just sitting here looking at it.
Is there anything on it?
Does someone roll investigation?
I can do that. I will help you.
You want to do that,
We're
Corey? You
both-
were gonna help with it.
Okay, so roll with advantage then.
We can all roll.
Fine.
We're just gonna have Anita roll.
No, she's just
Oh,
rolling.
with
okay.
advantage.
You don't want me.
Because
I got
the
it.
assumption is that you're all helping her.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got a 14. Did you roll twice?
No.
I got a 17. So
Well, she's rolling. not
she's
us.
rolling. Yeah. So
And it's investigation. So it'll be a 15 or a 12. So 15.
A 15. So you get looking at it.
I don't think bread turned into rock.
rock, not tasty. Rock hard. Hard to eat.
The first thing he does is puts it in his mouth.
Coop, put it down. Thank you.
Cool. That's not edible.
You think so too?
I'm sure if you tried hard enough.
Don't
So-
encourage him.
So there's no writing on the rock, but you do.
What if I got it hot?
What if you got it hot? So you do realize that this rock did not come from the mountain, or really this island. It didn't come from it. So you find that very suspicious.
Could I run over with the rock and turn off the lights and see if it does anything?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll go do that.
it's dark now.
Okay, he's gonna hope some glow in the dark stuff.
Okay.
I turned the lights back on.
So we didn't see anything. Nothing on the rock. Didn't light up. Nothing.
No.
Can I?
I go over
put
and hand
it
it
back in the
to.
toaster and look at it.
Yeah.
I go over and hand it back to Lytheria.
Is it gonna do anything if I make it hot?
If you make it hot.
Yeah.
I know thaumaturgy. I can
Yeah,
feed
so
it
you
right
have
now.
thaumaturgy.
Okay.
So I just let the rock on fire for a second until it.
So you hear him just mumble under his breath as his hand and the rock begin to glow a little bit from heat. And you do notice some writing on it. What languages does everyone speak?
Goblin and common.
Nice.
Infernal, draconic, elvish.
Oh, I haven't checked the backgrounds yet. I might
Common.
actually have one more extra.
Um,
Sorry, I need to find the Outlander background.
you.
What does that have?
Common, Druidic, Marquesian, and Vedelkin.
I honestly have no idea.
She's got all space languages.
It's like Outlander.
Does anyone have Elvish?
I
Let
do.
me see.
You do.
I'm the one holding it too. So.
Oh, I can put Elvish on mine. Yeah, I'll do Elvish. One of my languages.
Well, I have elvish.
Oh, I'm gonna put it too because I have one more I can put on there. So I think that just makes sense for him because he's been going around town and stuff like that. So Elvish Presley,
Elvish priestly.
Elvis Priestley. Yeah.
The cleric.
Did you get that from something, or did you just come up
I
with
found
that?
a
just
meme
came up
about
with
it
that on the spot.
yesterday and I forgot to send it, but it's really funny. Ooh, those are pretty dice.
I got that from the D&D movie.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got some really pretty ones.
Oh yeah.
Mine
Anyway.
are at home. Somewhere. I don't know where they are.
Okay, so
Some more.
elvish. I can read elvish. What does it say?
It says room.
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 Okay, flip it over and see if there's anything else on it.
And that's all that's on it.
That's
It's
all
hot,
that's on it.
by the way.
Well, I said you could flip it over
Oh,
and see, but there's nothing on it. Okay, I see room.
it just says room. So I tell.
I'm gonna
I
go to
just
the
say
main room.
Room? Question mark. All right. We could check our rooms. We could
Does he
check.
have a master bedroom? Like a house? Like a house?
It's his
So
house.
it's
I
his
would
house,
assume
right?
so.
Does he have a? Yeah. Can I ask the
We might be able to find some incriminating evidence in
bedroom?
every single person's room.
That true?
You got a warrant?
I'm not letting you search
what?
my room.
You wanna know what's in my room? A blank wall.
How do you know that?
Sounds
Because I was in my
like
room.
a beautiful view.
It is.
Me has meat.
I'm sure
Now-
it
I
was
just
like-
make projections and watch movies.
Now, before we get too far in a room, where's Remington?
Who?
He's dead.
The
I-
butler.
The butler.
The butler. Of course, it was the butler. Remington?
Is he in the room at all? Or
Is there anyone else
He's
other
not
than us in
currently
here?
in the room. I mean, it's the kitchen, so the
Is the chef still in the room?
yeah.
I'm gonna step
She's
out.
just kind of cleaning up after dinner.
We're gonna poke my head out into the dining hall and see if Remington's hanging out in there.
You call his name, and he's not in the dining room, but he comes from one of the offshoot rooms. Oh yes, sir. What can I do to assist you?
I was just checking in on you, making sure you're all right.
Do you know where your master's bedroom is? There's been a murder.
Do you know?
The
muffin
That's,
man.
I heard that too. That's exactly where my head went too. Do you know the muffin man?
The muffin.
Do
There's a Drury Lane.
Who lives on Drury Lane? He says, I'm sorry, is the question whether or not I know where his room is?
Oh, okay, sorry.
Or if I know that he has a room?
Take
Or do
us
you want me to
room.
show you his room?
Show.
Right.
You're
For
taking.
future reference, sir, it might be beneficial to word it as such rather than whether or not I know where his room is, because the answer is yes. If you want to see his room, 'tis another question.
You're taking orders from a goblin. I don't know what your expectations are.
I am merely the servant of any guests of Sir Valadril.
Right.
Well, I'd
Right.
like to see this room, so.
Yes, well, for all that would like to see the private quarters, follow me. And he takes you, right, again, like this whole house is just hallways all over the place. There's no continuity to them. They'll twist and turn and bend back on themselves without need. But he does eventually get you to the room, and he brings you to these huge double doors. And I mean, when I say huge, I mean they're like 15 feet by 10 feet. I mean, they are just ungodly big. Like,
Twice
these
as
are
big
the
for
private quarters of Sir
Coop because
Valadril.
he's small.
While we're walking, I'm gonna turn to Garmule, and he's like, "Hey, Master Dwarf, you know rocks pretty well, right? And stone. What's these hallways all look like they're carved out of this? And is there anything weird about the? I'll hand him the stone, which should be cool at this point.
Oh yeah, it's definitely cool by now. He said, well, I suppose I haven't thought about it much. And he looks at he starts kind of examining the walls. He says, well, I mean, these particular walls are oddly finely made. If somebody were to make them, I'd say they had probably one of the best hands in masonry that I've ever seen. Excuse me.
Okay.
So just by that alone, I would assume that that it was probably some kind of a magical instance that made these. But knowing my good friend, he very well could have hired someone that had the masonry skills to do this. Now, in terms of this rock, yes, I'm very familiar with it. This actually comes from my homeland, up in the mountains. In Dragonspine, very familiar with this particular type of rock. I assume you don't want how it's made and what it's made of and all that. But yeah, it comes from the Dragon Spine mountain range.
Cool. Oh. Can I still hold on to that?
Well, yeah, sure.
No.
Nice little piece of home, I suppose.
No. Keep a hold of that and pocket that.
Butler asks you if there's anything else that any of you might need of me. Bless you.
Is it like door handles or is it giant just?
There's door handles, yeah.
Is it on?
Do you have a clue? Oh wait, sorry, I'm not. I'm a goblin. Do you clue?
Do I clue?
Do you have a clue?
Do I have a clue? I'm afraid I do not. I'm merely at your service. If I had a clue, I assure you I would give it to you.
Sweet. Thanks, Remington. I guess also like touch the door handles. Is it unlocked?
Yep, it's unlocked.
Okay.
So we walk in.
Yeah, we'll wander our way in and check things out.
So you open up the doors. The first thing you see is just the hugeness of the room. I mean, you're looking at probably 50 feet across until you even get to his bed, which in and of itself is this huge 20 by 30 foot bed. I mean, like, you would just absolutely disappear in this thing if you, jumped into a pile of blankets. Like, it would be gone. So, and it's this big post bed, right, with kind of the drape and such over it. Over on next to the bed, you actually see a woman who...
I knew it. Sorry. Continue.
Okay.
You see a woman.
You see a woman who currently has her back turned to you, wearing a black and white dress. You open up the door, and it kind of makes a loud clang as it opens up fully, and she... sorry, I'm afraid that I didn't hear you come in. I was looking for beholders. The blasted things are leaving bottles everywhere. See, look, here's one now, right? And she picks up a bottle that's kind of just got you can tell immediately it's an alcoholic bottle. Got a little left in the bottom. These blasted things are leaving them everywhere. I am Anne Tibbles. I am the maid. She sat down and walks over to you. Whoever was in front, which I assume was you, right? She comes over and shakes your hand, and yes, I'm the maid, and I'm looking for beholders and blasted things. I mean, they're leaving a mess. I mean, bottles everywhere. There's one now, and she walks back over to the one that she just put down, and anyway, can I help you?
At least it's consistent.
Like, right. Well, I'm gonna kind of wander towards the back of the pack of the group of people.
So I'm in the back because I'm big and I don't like to be in the front, and so my bird is also behind everything, so I have an aerial view of everything.
Yeah.
That's my dad.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, so he's in the back of the pack.
Oh, not bad.
What are you guys doing?
Can I go jump on the bed?
Coop will join.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Hello, Anne. My name is Letheria. And it seems to be that your master has disappeared.
He's
How's he
dead.
now? I'm sure it must have been beholders. Those are nasty things. They leave these bottles everywhere. I will dispose of this for you, and I will make sure to do it quickly. Anyway.
I was gonna have that.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have what?
Nothing, Anne. It's all...
Don't worry about it.
Kubu's gonna look underneath the pillowcases to see if there's anything.
Okay. Roll a
Investigation check.
perception check.
Perception. All right.
What did I miss?
That is a 6.
Not
And
much.
and got rid of the rest of the spirits that was in the.
Thank goodness.
I'll make sure that none of you have to look at this again. Anyway,
Love it.
so yeah, the typical I can't see you, you can't see me.
Yep.
It's my favorite. Okay,
You
what'd
got
you
a
roll?
6.
A 6.
Like technically a 7, but
Okay.
it's around the same. It's not very good.
Is anyone helping him?
What?
Well, she's
I
jumping
mean,
on the bed.
Maeve
We're
is-
jumping on the bed.
So because
I'm
you're getting
investigating.
jostled so much from Maeve jumping on the bed, you just aren't able to really get a good look, and you're like, oh, I guess there's nothing, and you kind of.
You bounced off the bed.
I launched him off the bed like a trampoline.
Like a trampoline. She's trampoline.
Is so Garmul is in with the group. He's watching them bounce on the bed, as well as Avery. Okay. And are they over kind of next to the bed? Well, this is,
Avery and
Garmul?
Garmul. They are.
or are they searching the room?
They're searching the room looking for stuff.
And you're still standing by the door. Okay. I'm gonna turn to you. So I'm gonna hold up this stone. So when I was talking to the dwarf, and this stone is actually from Dragon Spine, where he's from.
Interesting.
It says room,
Yeah.
and it's something from his hometown. So I think we should go check the dwarf's room.
Not a bad idea.
Do you care to come with me while we go inspect the dwarf's quarters?
Me come.
No, you're all
You
the you
can't
don't
hear us.
you can't
Oh,
hear
okay.
this.
You're
okay,
50 feet
okay.
away.
Right.
And this is
Yeah.
kind of like
That's
a
what I
low
thought.
tone.
I'm intrigued. What do we do? How do we split up?
You and I go down and check the dwarf's quarters, and we leave them to entertain the dwarf and the silly woman.
I look over and yell, "You two should kiss."
He is this huge hippo.
Just evening.
It's the perfect.
I could
pairing.
literally, like, fit his whole head in my mouth like
You
a
could eat
watermelon.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
That's
Should
like the perfect.
go then?
couple.
I take a scan around the room. Do I see anything, like, that catches my attention?
Roll perception check.
$15 plus 7.
15, okay. Plus 7. Huh? Dear heavens.
So you look around the room. You don't see anything that so there are like a couple pictures of Valandro. So he's got self-portraits just kind of strewn about the room. The maid is picking up some more bottles, and
Protecting us.
Right.
from
That's my kind of protection.
watching someone just get absolutely schmuckled.
Drunk.
I love that.
I came up with it just now.
I love that. That's a great word.
I know, I'm not going to forget that now either. But no, nothing that really seems out of the ordinary
Okay.
that you would assume.
Okay. I look at Maeve, and my bird goes up to her, and it just
You're
kind
going to
of,
say we make eye contact, aren't you?
yeah,
Bird contact.
yeah. I have my bird go land on her shoulder, and then like get her attention, and then leave, and I just do a nod, and then we head out, and we walk down the hall.
I'll stop jumping on the bed. like a bad little monkey.
I may be from the circus, but I don't work with monkeys.
You know, after the doctor said.
Doctor's orders. Right. So you two head down the maze of hallways that leads you back to the rooms that were assigned to each of you. and you come to the door that has Gurmul's name carved on it. What do you do?
Is it open? Can I check the door?
Like unlocked?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unlocked.
Okay.
None of your doors actually have locks on them.
Interesting.
Well, let's wander in and take a scan around the room.
Pulls out the notes. Interesting. Yeah, so you go in, both you roll perception checks.
What's yours?
A 3 plus 2 is 5.
Do you want a new pair of dice or something?
This is the second pair of
This
dice.
is the second pair of dice. Okay.
Do you want to do some of
It's
mine,
just
Jake? I got
perception
these
checks.
tiny ones you can use.
I got
No,
a
I've
dirty
got another
20.
set right here. I've
Okay.
got 2 different d20s.
So
That's immediately a no-go. You're going back in the bag.
yeah.
Dice jail.
Okay, so you look around the room, and this room is set up to look like the kind of like a typical dwarf dwelling. So it has very nice and square corners on everything. Still out of the same material, but you do notice kind of like a smattering of dust that's kind of covering the floor that is of a different type of rock than the purple one that's everywhere. But I mean, there's the bed at the foot of it. There is a chest, and all of you have a bed with a chest at the foot of it. There is a dresser to one side. At the opposite side is the personal bathroom. And then there's just like dwarven made rugs and such that are strewn about. But it's actually quite impressive because the room itself is actually dwarven make. It's not just a copycat. You assume that a dwarf themselves actually came and carved this.
Gotcha. Okay. With all of my travels, do I recognize this kind of dust?
Roll a history check.
12.
A 12? It seems familiar, and you definitely remember it. It kind of sparks, as you're looking at it, it kind of reminds you of the same one that was found in the bread box.
Okay.
So you're assuming that it probably came from the same general area.
Gotcha.
Are there any chests or anything laying around the room?
There's one at the end of the bed.
Alright, I got a 3 on perception.
Okay, fair.
You walked into the room and you started sneezing. There was dust in the air and such.
That makes sense.
So you're just like, when you're just like in a sneezing fit, just like can't see, your eyes are watering. That's kind of where you're at.
Okay. Can I figure out there's a chest in there?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over it. I'm gonna test it and see if it's locked.
So you come over to it and you try to jiggle it, and it is locked.
Okay.
You look in the same. So over on for each of you who had your chest, there was a key over on the dresser that was to that chest, so that you could lock up any items or anything.
Is the key over on the dresser?
No.
I will pick the lock.
Okay. Roll a sleight of hand check.
Alright.
Ooh, can I do one too?
Let's see what happens with him, and then we'll talk.
You can see about.
Oh no! I told you should use my dice. You can use the giant d20 if you want.
No, I have one more d20
So
right
you
here.
pull out your trusty lockpick set, and this set has gotten you through years and years of locked doors and chests and windows. And I mean, like, this is like, you're like, this will be a cakewalk, right? Because you're looking at the lock and you're familiar with the make and model of it and everything. You stick in your tension wrench, you stick in your your rake and everything in order to do everything, and they both just snap the exact same time off into the lock. And you can only stare in just stunned silence as you have just watched your heart break in your hands.
Oh. Can I do it now? You're like, move!
It is. You can try. It is now going to be harder because you have to try and go around his broken off bits.
Or take them out. Yeah. I'm just gonna, like, sit down on the bed.
He's got his head in his
I got a
hands,
17.
like-
A 17,
Yes.
and that's total.
Yes.
Holy crap! You have
I have
you
a
have a plus
6
6
in
to
sleight of hand.
I don't know why, of all things, that's what she's proficient
I don't know.
in. But
It's the carny in me. I just go over to it, and I pick up the lock, and I put it to my ear, and I just tap, and then I drop it, and then I hit the with my hand, and then it.
So you knew that with the pieces that were already in there, they were already close to unlocking the mechanism. So just giving that extra little jolt caused them to unlock the.
I just, like, stare at you flabbergasted. And I'm gonna go shake my pieces of lockpicks out and put them back in my pouch and roll them up. And
You're not the only one who's picked a couple locks.
you did.
Sometimes you go to jail for saving what you believe. Sometimes you don't. Anyways.
Ominous.
The romantic tension here is insane.
They're already married. I don't know how much more you can ship them. I don't like you're trying really hard for something that's already there.
Glory's over here trying to reinvent the wheel.
It's like a fire is burning, and you're there with the flint and steel, just like, come on, light, do it, come on.
Their characters is like enemies to lovers.
Glory's over there like, I built you a wagon, me with my $150,000 jet.
They even went on a ship together.
Anyways.
They were on a ship together.
The chest is now open.
Chest is now open.
Let's take a gander inside.
You open it up, and fireball. I'm kidding.
Fireball!
Yeah, fireball. I don't ask how big the room was. I said fireball!
So, you open it up, right, and in there is like Garmul's traveler's clothes. He's got.
Are they covered with dust?
They are, just from like, extended use and such without being cleaned.
Okay.
It's not the same type of dust as
Okay.
what's
That's
strewn
what I
about the
need.
floor. But it's just dusty like things typically tend to get when you're traveling. So there's the traveler's clothes. There's a couple of like personal items, right? He's got a bag of coin in there. He's got.
Don't touch it. When you recluse, you're not here to steal things.
If I'm gonna go take something, I'm taking that and nothing else, so that they have to look to find what's stolen, not see that a bunch of other stuff's taken. Okay.
Anyways.
Okay. So we don't see anything else in the chest of interest or value.
He's got a couple of hand axes in there that he typically carries with him, but didn't want to take to the dinner.
Is there anything that we notice about the chest itself? Any secret compartments or anything that might be slightly...
Roll an investigation check.
Meanwhile, me and maybe we're just jumping on the bag.
Actually, I
said
stopped
it-
jumping on
that's a
it.
seven.
Oh, you're still
7
jumping
plus
on it?
4.
Well, you launched me off. so
I'm also
Yeah.
gonna be helping her look through.
Okay, so go ahead and roll with advantage. Roll and roll.
Because now I'm intrigued now that we have the chest back open.
11, so 15.
Okay. So you're looking around, and this is, you notice in the lid of it, as it's sitting up against the bed, you notice that the paper there's a paper that's kind of glued down to give it kind of a finished look. The paper in the far corner is kind of peeled up just a little bit.
Okay.
When you grab on it and peel it up, you do find a little latch to a little door that's hidden underneath it.
Okay, I tried to open the door.
Okay. It's just one of those like kind of twisty ones that goes into a little latch. So you do that and just swing it open, and in there is a it's a handle. Actually, it's a handle just like the one that controls the lights.
Okay.
It's just sitting in there.
So if I try to turn it, what happens? Does anything happen?
No, it's just sitting in there loosely.
It's like someone
Oh.
taking it off the wall. So now we need. I turn your light. Okay, that's the knob. I look at the one that's in the room. Is it still on there?
Mhm.
There's a missing knob. One of the rooms. Can I do a history check to recall if there was a missing knob in the kitchen, or?
Yes, you can.
By the way, can I look under the bed again? Because Gloria said that Maeve just jumped off, so she stopped.
Oh, yeah, I guess they're over there.
Sorry.
Yes, let's do this and then let's hop back over.
Alright.
That is a 6 plus
You sure? You don't
5.
want-
That's an 11.
Just
I have this
human
entire
nature.
bag.
That one works pretty
Weston,
well.
also do I. And guess what? I'm going to get the same results with all of my... Dude,
just
you remember
one of
last
those
time I
days.
touched your dice? I don't know if you want to do
That's a
that.
good point. I don't have great dice to begin with, so actually it's just more my luck. But so never mind.
The ones that have sharp edges I tend to roll better with. The ones that have, like, rounded edges do not do well for me.
So you genuinely can't remember?
Okay.
You know, you said a 6 in total.
Yeah.
No, it's 11. So I
Oh,
rolled
an
a
11?
6, and then
Oh,
I get...
okay. So with an 11, you do remember there was one because you turned off the lights to test to see. Oh,
yeah,
he did.
turned off the lights. Okay.
Okay, so he turned off the lights to see if it glowed or something, and it was still there in order for him to do that.
Okay. Okay, the next maneuver I would like to make is I would like to try and... Because they're all upstairs. They don't know we're down here doing this. Or that we're in
I have
here.
an idea.
She has an idea. But I would suggest we try and put it all back together to make it look like we weren't in here. And now there's dust. There'll be footprints, but I'll just use thaumaturgy to just cause a gust of wind to blow it all away. And cover our tracks.
I'm blind. I don't really care what it looks like.
Alright, so we'll close it all up, push the paper back over, close it, relock it.
With what tools?
The lock.
Oh, I guess yeah, it's one of those types of locks. I was picturing it built into the
Oh,
thing
yeah,
itself.
because
but
she came and smacked
Yeah.
it. So I
no, because that's the better way to do it. So yes, you.
and then we walk out as we're going to close the door. I cast thaumaturgy, swirl the dust around, especially where the footprints,
I was just looking at it. It was a pretty dice.
where our footprints and stuff were. So it just mixes the dust up in the air, and then close the door.
Okay. Excuse me. So, Koob and Maeve.
Yes.
I assume you guys are done jumping on the bed now.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I'm going to be looking underneath the pillowcase once more. Because I couldn't do it when she was jumping on it.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation.
It's a big boy this time. That is a... Yikes, that is a...
I think you rolled a 5 before.
That's a 6.
So yeah, so same result.
Same
You're
result.
pretty confident there's nothing here.
Can I check his dressers or something? Does he have those?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'll check in the closet after that. So,
Okay.
see if there's any
Oh,
skeletons in there.
15. What do I add to that?
Your perception.
Maybe wisdom. I think.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Wisdom is perception.
Yeah, I don't have any wisdom, so 15.
You don't have
It's-
any wisdom.
Yeah, she's got average.
Well, I've got 10 wisdom, but no plus.
I would bring you more, and I just give you these.
I don't want those sweet. I want a kiss, and I want some of those.
So demanding.
I know.
So,
I know.
you want the peanut?
Get
No,
a room,
I
you
want
two.
those.
They
We
have
have
a
two
room
of them.
right
She just
here.
didn't want those 3.
Yeah, I wanted.
Specifically
no,
those 3
I
she
just-
did not want.
I just.
Okay,
My gosh.
We got a bag.
I haven't done the peanut butter M&M's schedule.
Do I add the 10 for my wisdom?
You would so a 10 would equal a +0, so you add nothing to it.
Well,
Okay, so I
let's
I
just say it
rolled a
doesn't taste anything
15.
any different
Okay.
than regular M&M for some reason.
15 is good. And you said you were checking the dressers. Okay, so he does actually have like a row of dressers.
Oh no.
Like he's probably got 5 or 6 different dressers, just all there, right? All made of different types of exotic woods and everything, very nicely stained. You know, just extravagant. So it takes you a solid 20 minutes to go through as meticulously as you want to all of these dressers.
I can do that while like they were gone.
Mhm. Oh yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
Yeah, and I assume that we probably were headed back up to the room to meet
Yeah.
up with everybody.
Yeah, that's my assumption too.
So we
And
could
so-
have-
You know, and so you kind of join Avery. She's also looking through the dressers. So you come in and join her, and you find a little glass bottle that is filled with perfume. You take off the stopper and you sniff it, and Avery is like, "Oh, that's my same perfume. That's lovely, isn't it?"
Yeah.
Are we back by the time she says this?
Yeah, would have taken about 20 minutes. Yeah, I would say you're probably back by then. So you probably walk in as they're talking about the perfume.
Okay. Does anyone notice? I guess, or we're just kind of doing a check to see if anybody noticed, or is Ionis word that we were gone?
Roll the stealth check, both of you.
That hit the board.
He's asking for a reroll.
If you feel like it's
Okay, but here's the thing.
22.
My stealth is I have expertise in stealth, so that's a +9 to that 8. So it's a 17.
17.
what kind of
Not
armor do you
bad.
have?
Leather because
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's studded leather because I'm a druid.
You know, I can't sneak with
Yeah,
the
that
gang
makes more
because I've
sense.
got chainmail. But
Also,
Which, let's be honest, that's one of the weirdest things about druids is that they can't use metal armor,
they can use
but they
leather.
can use metal weapons.
but they can use metal.
It used to be they couldn't use metal.
And
or
I'm
anything.
proficient in gunslinging, so
She's again. I know
Dang it, I
that.
forgot about that. That was going to be my thing with him, was that he made your gun. Dang it.
Yeah, that's
Oh, well.
right. But I decided to not use my artificer, so it's
it worked out.
But
That was going to be. Sorry, my thing with Blondro was that he made your gun. That was going to be my thing. Dang it.
That's okay.
That's okay. You know, deforestation is just as good.
Yeah,
It's just on the side. How about that? It's on the side. He made the gun
that's
while
how we
he
got
was
in contact.
He
Bursting.
mailed it to you. It was
made
like
from
a
the
peace
wood.
offering.
It was
and he
made
just
from the
mailed
wood.
it to you, saying maybe you could make use of this.
Yes.
It was
Okay,
made from
that's
the
what we'll
wood
say.
of
Sweet,
the
I love it.
stuff he was doing. Made it from the wood of the woods he deforested.
He'd be like, "This is a sweet gesture. I'm just gonna cut down a couple of these trees to make this thing." And it's from the same forest that you and him fought over. That's
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, sorry. What was yours?
It was 22.
Okay, and yours was okay. So yeah, so you were both able to slip back in without anybody noticing that you.
Left.
Yep.
Thank goodness for proficiency and expertise.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Okay, so. Yeah, so you do hear about the perfume. Do you say anything to Avery?
You're like, oh, why is it here? Like, how did you visit here often? Or
Well,
She did do adultery.
we do have a relationship of
Uh-huh.
types, and
So you slept with him.
yes,
I was gonna say
we
that,
do.
but
Okay.
We have been known to have flings.
just hippo behind you, so you slept with him.
Slept with him.
Yes. Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, I suppose. But he's seeing someone else now. Like, it's not like so. So
Who's he
him and I
seeing?
are just not a thing. What?
Who's he seeing?
Who's he seeing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He is. This is why I hate my notes. My notes are everywhere. Well, so he's seeing a nice little drow lady. I've only met her once, but Dylan Ray.
Dylan Ray.
Or Dylan Ray? I don't know. I don't really know how they pronounce their names.
Delaney?
Eileen Ray.
No, it's Dylynrae.
Dylan Ray.
I don't know.
Dylan Ray? I don't know. What's the most feminine sounding of it? I wrote it down forever ago.
I've
but-
met a female.
Dylan Ray.
Daikon radish.
That's
Oh, I can think of.
more
How did it
sounding.
make you feel when you started seeing this other lady?
Well, I mean, I was just fine with it. It was
Therapist hippo.
therapist.
Little goblin.
Well, I mean, I was fine with it. You know, he can make his own decisions, and you know, he's certainly the man that will make his own decisions. So, I was totally fine with it.
Does it make you upset at all?
No, like I said, we had flings, and yeah, flings is what he calls them. So that's
What he calls them?
what we call them.
Has there ever been a child?
Heavens no.
Straight to the point, I see.
I got no cares in the world. I'm a hippo. Like,
What are you gonna do? Wrestle me?
What are you gonna do? Punch me? You'll just hit my stomach and it'll fly into your face.
I will point out that let me look here.
Avery?
No, I was looking. So that the goblin has a higher strength than you do.
I do.
The irony.
The irony. Yeah.
So, is there? I'm gonna just check. Is there the knob for the room? His room, is that still on for the lighting control?
Yeah, it's still there.
For the bread box, can I remember if on the handle there was a fixture same as the lights? Like, was there one to attach a knob to?
No,
Okay.
it was a little more similar to like one of these handles, like
Okay.
that you would typically find on the drawer.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So,
Cool. Are we finding? Are we finding anything in here, or do we think we need to move on?
Have we checked everything? That's the question. What else is there in the room?
everything's pretty well been checked over.
Okay.
You know, and Garmuel says, you know, I mean, I have to say that the perfume is pretty damn evidence, if you ask me. You know, Avery, you're not looking too
Hot?
good right now.
Yeah.
Too hot.
Well, let's. That is a very good point. Maybe we wander down and take a gander through Avery's room. Obviously,
Privacy,
someone could have put some things in there while you were gone,
But it would still be a clue.
that's still a clue.
Doors no lock.
You are in a pit. I don't think.
I don't think
Also-
you know what doors are.
Although, I don't think you know that, because you weren't there when...
You're right. No.
Yeah.
You're right.
But obviously
we've
we've
all
been
had
in-
our
Just be
own
like,
rooms.
how do you know the doors don't lock?
Well, I mean, I was in the.
You ate my snacks.
Well, technically my door
Pocket
doesn't lock
snacks.
because it's one of those tarp ones.
Yeah,
My entire room is a
That's
tent,
funny.
so I
Let's,
just assume that everyone else's door is like that.
What is Avery's response to...
To Garmuel.
No, to the
No.
request to go to her room?
She says, well, I suppose that it is a murder mystery. I don't appreciate being accused, but I suppose that I could be the murderer and just not know it. And you hear from the back. You actually do hear a burp. That's what I was going to say. You hear a burp from the back corner, and it was the maid.
That's
She'd be like, wait, everyone. Did you hear that?
Beholders?
It's the maiden call. Yeah. That's the mating call of a displacer beast.
Oh.
You see me like tighten my grip on my sword. I'm
A
like,
displacer beast?
I'm like,
Are you familiar with those?
Have you seen the movie?
No.
Have you seen the movie?
You have seen the movie. It's the
It's that
the
cat
leopard,
thing.
the panther
The
thing
two,
chasing him
like,
through the maze.
projector things.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You see me just like tighten my grip on my sword. I'm like, don't joke about that.
Oh,
Why,
no
you
joke,
scared?
Max. That's the mating call.
I like.
Can I do a perception check to see if I can still hear it? If I can hear anything?
She was referring to the bird.
Oh.
Goblin's like, huh?
you got everyone.
Find it.
I mean, you got.
I'm, like, dying.
Were you full as well? Because I was, but I am also a goblin with the.
That's like the kind of jokes that Maeve makes. Like, this is the kind of stuff she does on a daily basis.
on a daily basis.
Especially since she performs at a lot of taverns and stuff.
I guess that makes sense.
All right. Let's head down and let's go do some investigating. We're burning time up here, folks.
She says you're right. The displacer beasts and beholders must be together, and I'll put that downstairs. Right, follow me then. Right, she just kind of like saunters off, just drunkenly. And she takes a right when you should have taken a left. They're going downstairs.
I was like, either someone helps her down the stairs, or we just say it's natural course and none of us saw anything.
Well, I didn't see anything.
Yeah, you definitely did.
You are the perfect alibi. You have no idea.
Woof. Yeah, alright then. I'll be honest, the maid is probably one of my favorite
Oh, yeah.
characters that I've come up with. It's just great. Anyway. Okay. So going downstairs.
Yep.
And you're going to go to Avery's room. And while you're walking, Garmiel says, you know, thinking about it, I wonder if that rock might have been a clue for me. Probably after we are done looking at Avery's room, we should look at mine as well. I bet that might have been a clue for me. Guys, I could actually be the one that did it. That might be interesting. Anyway,
That's a good point, Garmiel. I think that's a good. Everybody should have their rooms checked. I think they definitely owe something towards you. And we should keep our eyes out for any incriminating evidence against the rest of us.
Right then. So you go to Avery's room. Whew. I did not consider this. This will be fun. Anyway, so you come up to Avery's room, right? She says, "Now wait, I think that I should probably be the one to open the door. It is my room, and I would feel a little."
I try and push past her to open the door.
It's
I'm
a
like,
BDSM room.
It's a what?
BDSM, straps, anchors on the ceiling.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Hey,
Whips,
hey,
tassels.
PG.
Pleasant Grove. I think this is on par.
Okay, so we're gonna make conflicting strength or athletics checks.
Okay.
Can I try and get in as well?
Just hold on a second. I'm like, I'm like, alright, I get it, but like, let's just get this over with. As I'm like trying to push.
Like, unless
Around
you
it.
got something to
She's
hide.
She's gonna try and so.
Repel.
Oof.
Roll 20.
Nat 20, which is good because I got no bond modifiers on that.
She rolled a 2, so I mean, you like almost knock her down. I won't say you quite knock. Well,
Does he
you know
break
what?
down the
you tell
door?
me what happens. What exactly happens? How
So-
does this go?
So she's probably standing like hand on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have knobs?
They do.
Okay. I'm like, all right, we're gonna do this, and I push against it, and the way I bump her, she flips the latch and opens, and the door swings open really fast. Or like I kind of push her against the door when I do it, so it like swings open.
Okay. So she stumbles backwards, barely able to catch herself. Right before her foot catches on a rug, and she does land on her butt. onto the carpet, this big shag carpet or rug in the middle of the room. You walk in, pink lights everywhere. Yeah. There is still PG, but quite erotic type of paintings and such everywhere, and it's very cozy for Avery. What?
Promiscuous.
I just looked down at her on the floor and I was like, "Were you expecting anything different?"
This is what he made for tonight. I don't know what to tell you.
Uh-huh.
Are you saying that your room changes every time you come over?
I don't normally have my own room. When I've come in the past, this is the first time.
Okay.
Well, Miss Avery, why don't you go look around and see if there's any clues in the paintings, okay?
I like to walk over and start pulling off the wall.
Maeve's like,
I'm gonna take these from my room.
Here you go, you look through these.
I'm trying to see if there's anything behind them.
Garmiel takes one, flips around, and puts it back up.
I did not want to see that today.
Right then, so that's settled. Nothing at the back of this painting then, so on we go. Okay, well, what's everyone checking?
I will check the nightstand. I'm assuming there is a nightstand.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna check if there's anything
scared for what
inside
you're
it.
gonna find, little goblin man.
I am a goblin. I do not know what I will find, and I do not care what I will find.
Oh,
I gotta
that is a 2.
So it has this little latch on the side of it, and you just can't figure out the latch. You're like tugging on this thing, and it's just stuck. And you come to the conclusion that it must be locked.
Yeah.
And so you move on.
Can I search the bathroom?
No. Yes, you can. Go ahead.
I was like, oh no, what's in there?
Oh no!
Jim was like,
Worse here.
I'm not describing what's in that bathroom.
18?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, whatever you have here in investigation.
That's a good question. Whoa! Let's drop the bowl.
Investigation,
Plus
that'll be
1.
intelligence, so that'll be a 19.
Mm-hmm. So 9.
A 19?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom. So I guess I should say I forgot the Swedish fish. They're sitting on my table, and I'm super upset.
I'm sorry.
But my mom was like, if you're taking the Swedish fish, then you need to have a Swedish character. And I'm like, I could do that. And to be fair, I almost did the Swedish chef as the chef.
That would have been so...
The spider, right? I almost did that. I was this close to doing that. Anyway, so the bathroom. It's a. You'll be happy to know it's a normal bathroom.
Thank goodness.
But you get looking around, and the toilet situation is a little bit different, right? It's on like a flushing mechanism. There's kind of just a hole with a steep decline.
It's a poop
Like
slide.
a castle.
It's a poop.
This is a poop slide.
Poop shoot.
Poop shoot.
So,
Sorry.
but you look, there is still kind of the seat and whatnot, but you notice kind of off to the side is something that looks a little out of the ordinary.
Mm-hmm.
You hold your breath and reach down to get it.
Praying. Don't be anything weird.
You find actually a small little planted tree.
Ooh.
Glory's like, okay, now I'm taking this from my room. Because it's a tree. It's a plant.
And so yeah, it's just this little tree that's in a little pot.
Do I know what kind of tree it is?
You want to roll a nature check?
So she would know, but...
Sure. How do I do that?
Well, so you pick up the 20. Sorry.
You add your bonus
I
modifier
don't know
from
if
your
there's
nature
anything I
skill.
need to add. Oh,
There's a plus
10 plus what?
11.
Oh, okay.
Just one?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so that's 11.
Yeah, so, 11.
An 11. Well, it's not an evergreen,
Okay.
but that's about all you know. You're not like super
Yeah.
knowledgeable on trees, so
When she brings
I'll
in
have to go ask Lytheria.
okay.
Is the key on the dresser?
Yes.
Congrats, you found a
I'm
tree.
gonna take it and open the chest and see if there's anything inside.
Okay. Avery says, "Now hold on. Now those are my personal belongings, and I would appreciate if you let me go through those."
That's suspicious.
You know what? Fine. I busted it in here, but I'm watching.
Right.
Like, girly, what do you got in there?
Maeve's like,
She said, "Just coins and such, and this one seems to have sticky fingers." So,
I'm like,
Hey,
scared.
I haven't had a chance to wash my hands from dinner, and that spider was gooey.
I slowly back away from him.
so she takes the key, opens up the lock, opens it up, and she kind of starts rifling through her own clothes and such. You see, a coin purse and a couple of necklaces that are quite exquisite. And you can tell that she's like trying to keep a few of her clothing bundled up with other things to not be seen. She's like, "See, there's just nothing in here. Nothing out of the ordinary. This is all my stuff."
I inspect the lid.
Okay, go and roll investigation.
It's gonna be a 5 plus.
I should say with advantage because you
Right.
have seen the other one.
Mm-hmm. So that's gonna be 8 plus. We'll take the 15. That's better. So that's gonna be a 18.
What is your other expertise thing in?
I don't think I've.
Because as a rogue, like at first level, you get 2 of them.
I do.